Ladies and gentlemen, how about a new thing we're trying on my channel? I mean, no way.
Let's have a look at the hunters here, Matt, because there's been an absolutely pivotal part of this team's success.
And you think about
I'm back.
Yes, we're back. The game started, but Lip asked for a pause. Right in time, I guess.
There were times where they would like end up
Lip asked for a pause, okay.
You wanna turn on cams?
How do you turn on cams?
Everybody was wondering, like, well, is Fleta just a
For
player who can get these really
Discord.
great stats and make these individual plays? But
Oh, you're recording this as well?
Yes, I'm recording this as well. Hello, world. You can turn it on if you want to. I'll just.
My setting because my PC doesn't have a cam.
That's alright then. You don't have to. Don't worry.
And then,
We'll get right back into game.
Alright, but the game's starting. All we needed is sync up.
Only a few seconds for the spawn doors.
4,
Okay.
So like I mentioned,
3,
pay attention to the
2, 1,
Farah,
0,
let's go.
29,
Fleta's gonna play
28,
start this.
27,
4v4
26,
matchup.
25, 24,
Gonna be on the
23,
Tracer here now, and
22,
our teams are about to meet
21,
in the battle in this
Perfectly synced up.
19.
On
Okay.
this first of 4 series,
I see the voice expecting a Sombra here.
you have to
That's
say these two
excited.
teams pretty familiar
Yeah.
with one another. Jinmu,
Oh, Fleta.
hits two.
I wanted to
two
see
shots.
the Fleta Farah.
is Fleta in the matchup right now.
But here it is. Oh,
Oh,
Jinmu though.
nice press from Nisha there.
What an air shot.
Oh.
That's incredible.
Izzyaki gets Jinmu, finishing off Fleta's shot.
Obviously, the biggest difference between these two
This is interesting. Lip is playing the Tracer instead of the Sombra.
Looks like Michigan gets hacked. Not able to finish him off. He's actually going to be able to get out. Is Shanghai running the Tracer? I actually like the
I see that Izzyaki and Monk has a lot to do with taking out the Ferrets here.
Yeah. The only,
I don't know about the
not
Divas
the only
getting.
hits can, but like, most of them.
to finish them off. With the Tracer, you can just play so much more offensive. The Tracer can finish off these kills. That Flood is putting damage down.
Mon Fleta. Hit some
Oh,
short.
he's just waiting for the nano.
Oh, nice
Oh,
sleep.
nice sleep. That was a
Oh,
beautiful. That's big.
Monk almost dies here because of the ball support.
Roll over now. Shanghai 2 down, surely now.
Minefield on point, but no one hears contest. Not yet, at least.
Well, he just they have to use the minefield because they know how good the stall can be here for Shanghai.
The Tracer duel
Oh,
going.
Lip,
No,
come on.
Crystal. Yeah, live stick from
Oh, but night rest,
Tracer.
that's a res.
Okay.
And the nano comes in.
Nano. He needs to hit one shot if he deals 200 damage. If he damages it and nano burst at the same time.
Oh, Legion falls out the sky because Fleta had to fall out. Fell down because of the hack as well.
It's giving Dragons the percentage here.
Izzyaki taken down eventually by Monk and Void, just kept alive longer with the nano boost. Another manual hack required. And
A lot of,
Nice.
that's a lot of point percentage for Shanghai though. Oh, they got the res.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be able
Okay,
to get back
Leon
this
does
fight,
not.
But you do have Fleta sitting on the outside of this point with the rocket.
Still pressuring the
barrage.
point.
Does not remake
Oh,
here.
Lip, hello.
Does he lick again another house bomb kill? Very consistent.
Oh, that's an EMP. Oh, Jin move going low. No, sorry, leave going low.
The hag's not stopping Fleta.
Yeah.
But Monk's gone down. Amongst all this fighting,
It's a 1-for-1
Such
trade.
a scrappy game.
Yeah, it's very chaotic.
Yeah, and Shanghai, they'll get this to 99, but that's about it. It's Void will finally be taken out. So Chengdu gets the point back.
But
I
it's
can
skin
upload
edition.
the whole VOD of your recording. Or,
Oh, that's a sleep.
It's not another nice sleep from Monk.
From Monk, that hit
Been quite on point this game.
Are you recording the whole VOD or are you
Yeah, the whole VOD.
having snippets? Really? No, I'm uploading.
Yeah.
Okay. Have fun uploading an hour of footage.
Yeah. Might even be longer if this goes to like the 7-map series or something.
Yeah, 7-map.
Ooh.
Okay,
The execution on.
to execute Lip real fast.
Oh, that's a shot.
Is there a resurrect opportunity?
That's the over 200 damage here. Because of damage with the nano boost.
Void protects him for a time, and a biotic grenade does very little to stifle Jinwoo's aggressive tendencies. The hunters remain in
Curious to
control
see how
with
these ults
65
play
on
out
the
though.
clock.
Shanghai got
And
5
that's what I
ultimates.
mean, where you have the ultimates there for Chengdu. They only have to use the nano and the rocket.
They can deny the
build up towards
EMP from leave.
And you're going to be in a spot to
Yeah.
take
Big.
this round if you're Chengdu.
There's the barrage.
Flattered up.
Okay.
Blowing up Jinwoo now.
Villa has to
Venetia.
use the
Like
barrage
he thought
to
about
execute
going for the
Jimmy.
blaster, but a resurrect on these Farah is unlikely at this time. Minefield
Pulse
makes
bomb,
it
I
pretty
guess,
dicey
did
for
not
Fake
find
Flair to
anything.
get off
Oh,
the
they got
mark.
the res
he
onto
has
Jinwoo
Jinwoo.
though.
Doubles back for a Jinwoo
Hey, Flatter
now.
is low
Flatter
here.
ended early again. He's forced to jump up now as Void is a self-destruct on the point that Late Young
This is
definitely
good. This
sided
is the final fight.
Rockets
Has to
hitting
be.
Void's backside from Jinwoo as it returns to the nest, and the hunters are still in control. Now,
Oh, they get
He
the
concentrated
assassination
shots,
onto
giving
Ziyaki.
no time for
That's it. That's it.
Izayaki to
Chengdu,
react
come
here.
on.
the point, it could already be over. Flutter goes down to the micro rockets and Jinwoo cleans up.
Here's the barrage. It's big.
Holy shit,
Here we go.
The gym is insane.
Yeah. Holy shit.
It seems that Leaf was carrying in the previous rounds, but Jim is doing all the work as Farah here. And Nisha as well. Shit, he has
Yeah,
get
Nisha.
very clutch situations.
Basically, the whole of Chengdu Hunters popping off.
Let's go check that out. So Leisha goes going the BRIG.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna go for
I
some
don't.
Zen
Okay,
pulse.
never mind. Leisha. Yeah, Leisha goes gonna feed on Leisha as usual. I was questioning
No,
the brick choice.
Lucia to speed out of spawn.
Yeah. No, he goes. Why would she go break here except for to counter Jimmy slash Goga?
I don't. Yeah, they're gonna go break. There's no way they play a Farah without a mercy.
Leaf is going Ash here, and Jimmy is on the sub right now.
I guess Leaf can put out a lot of damage onto the tanks which will try to pick off the backline, but well,
Monk gets
there
an
you go.
insane shot here. Holy shit!
Monk has been
holy
popping
shit,
off.
he's popping off.
Monk
Yeah.
has been popping off this entire tournament.
He just got on a break. Shanghai Dragons has to drop off here. Jinmu
Oh,
gets
Jinmu gets
another
a
pick on
stagger.
He lives coming on point.
Range, which here on Ruins, right, historically you've seen like Widowmaker and other heroes.
Jinmu with the ult with the MP advantage though. Building that much faster.
And
Monk
Leaf
is
playing mid range here.
Monk has twice the ult charge for Trance than Izayaki.
Yeah.
And Gaga is leading ahead of Fate. If Chengdu can get their ult cycling well, oh my god, that's a
from
big.
Leaf. Okay, it's
Flutter
a
finds the
trade.
counter though. To get the D-Mech onto Void, that's big.
Lay gets no idea. Monk gets Lee Jae gone again. Leia might get remake here.
Just must be very well. Now he's gonna reset.
Yeah.
And something Johnny talked about with these telestration in the Chengdu versus Dallas Duel game is how they were able to follow up these Discord orbs, and they're doing such a better job of that right now than the Shanghai Dragons, and really making
Very
Fates
dangerous for
really
both
tough on the Wrecking Ball. He tries to like pass through the points all the way to
Chengdu got
the Chengdu side to the
basically
back,
4
but
ults.
He's got a
Big.
Discord orb
Yeah.
on them. He's getting hacked, and then they also send Gaga back there.
Yeah, if Leaf will probably get Bob in this fight over here.
Making
Yep.
it red is Chengdu has a chance here to shut out Shanghai at this point.
EMP could be huge.
That's a big one.
Oh,
Oh, but Izayaki trances.
Okay, it's a 1-for-1. EMP fight.
Lip still has
Lip is
EMP.
no? Lip says EMP.
The only hope for Chengdu Hunters is if they can rally the
Rally,
EMP.
yeah. You have to rally now, yeah. Leisha's rally now.
Yeah, rally goes out.
It didn't get
Gaga
Monk.
dies. Oh, but Fate dies as well. They trade main tanks.
And
Shanghai Dragons, they're very low.
yeah,
I think Chengdu Hunters are gonna just roll.
it's a 1-for-1. It's equal.
1 for
equal
1 as
trading fight
well.
right now.
Yeah. Izayaki's building up
If
to
they
this
can get
trans pretty
Monk
fast.
here,
No,
they'll
he
be an
dies.
advantage. Yeah, they got Monk here.
This is again such a scrappy fight. But
It's
surely
very
there's numbers
chaotic.
advantage for the Chengdu Hunters, I think.
Yeah, but they
Lady has to bomb here to clear the mines.
Jinmu gets a
Yep.
kill. You're gonna have a self-destruct that comes
Good
in here
one.
for late young.
Oh,
he
it kills
gets
Lee Jae-gon.
Players for Chengdu coming back up the
Yeah,
smoke,
Lee Jae-gon
Slave
bashed right
for the
before it
Tracer.
explodes. He didn't have time
Ah.
to shield.
For Jinmu as well. Shanghai's gonna have to
Izayaki
get on board
showing
now,
now.
try and get a touch.
They should if they kill Izayaki.
Okay.
Oh, what? There it is.
Okay, yeah,
He can't.
got two in piece.
He just did not get his trance.
Oh, Jinmu gets him.
Surely that's it. EMP comes out, but
Yes, up.
little
Lee
too
Jae-gon
late.
still has about... Oh, never mind.
that's it.
Okay.
Ooh, what a match! This is gonna be a match.
Holy crap.
It's a huge win here.
Shanghai are
From
undefeated on Control this tournament.
Control is not really their game. They like it to be a
At
little
this
bit
Summer
more
Showdown
Not
tournament.
Not
yeah.
undefeated anymore.
the escort and the hybrid map, so this is a really good
Not
sign
anymore.
for the hunters. And
Time for a water break.
their fight started off good for Shanghai. Fleta actually got a pulse bomb onto Monk, which forced out his transcendence, but they weren't able to take it.
Let me get us some water here. You take a sip of water as well.
Yes, I have. What a match
Holy
this is
shit.
gonna be.
So, like, both teams are so explosive.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm buffering. Please no. Please no.
Okay, later we'll have to sync up.
Yeah.
I like the SpongeBob music here.
Yes.
Oh, Pelicans in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Some breakforts as well. Why do you think that Dallas lost to Chengdu yesterday?
I think Comptiff had something to do with it.
Yeah,
Uh.
competitive. I didn't know why would they run the Genji there.
Just a really hard dive, but then in a big ultimate ball, why wouldn't you just play Tracer for the better neutral?
Why would you play Genji over Tracer? Why would you invest?
I think the Dallas Fuel's idea was that they would heavily invest into Sparkle's strengths and just pocket him.
Yes. Yeah, but his Genji didn't pay off at the end.
Nope.
He sure he got like 1 or 2 kills, but that's like after 1 or 2 solid fights. Yeah, Sparkle definitely builds this out very fast compared to other Genjis out there. Now, even so, it's very hard to build his Dragon Blade because of break, especially in King's Row as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully next tournament we can see a Pine in there.
Hopefully. You saw the tweet he put out where he was saying he still couldn't get his visa. Big Sad and Poker were saying the same as well.
Yeah, I really look forward to Poker and Pine being in the games.
Yeah.
Even like a work visa you can get, because that's legitimate work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
how
a
it is.
shame that
unfortunately.
their talent's been wasted on visa issues.
Yeah. Who else has visa issues besides Poker and Pine?
I think it's just those two.
Yeah, a lot of people got fired before. Open brackets.
Mm.
Yeah, not brackets. Quotation marks fired. They got let go because of the visa issues. That
The
sucks.
Overwatch League is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of the Overwatch League, and by IBM,
Overwatch League.
the official cloud and AI partner of the Overwatch League.
Overwatch League.
The Chengdu Hunters have achieved the dream start in this series against the Dragons, and Jinmu, you have to say, Matthew, a big part of that fantastic beginning on
Leaf was carrying yesterday and Jin
And a tremendous
carrying
play,
today.
Whether it's
Mm.
the Pharah, Genji, Doomfist, Sombra now.
The funny thing
you
is,
can just
they're
play
playing the
so many
Chengdu comp right
things
now.
and everything at such a
The
high
Chengdu
level.
comp is
And
basically
he's like one
meta.
of the ultimate
Yeah.
complement pieces in the league. You kind of look around of
Crazy,
kind of
bro.
in the flex DPS spot can fill a lot of these different things at that high level. Jinmu's up there with the best. Probably in an argument for it. Where Chengdu, they steal map number 1. That is one that you probably favored the Shanghai Dragons in. They do make a sub. Sigvatal comes in. We do go back to Temple of Anubis. So this was a map that we saw Shanghai play against
Temple of
Chengdu
Anubis.
Oh, is
yesterday.
Veltal's back in?
They dominated the Monarchs.
Oh.
Right, and then Dallas did as well.
So I
Results
guess
for Dallas were not the
this
same.
shows that they want to play more
Although they did get a
Brig,
back map, it was not a good map.
maybe,
For the Dallas Fuel.
or Mercy.
I think this is a test though, Mitch.
I mean,
of
Nisha looked
Chengdu's,
all right. He
like
looked
I
decent
mentioned,
on
coaching
both those
strategy.
characters.
Like they had to expect they were going to go to this map today. They made some adjustments against the Dallas Fuel. What do you feel like
We'll see
adjustments
why
did they see?
Yvettal's
Also,
going
they
on
gave
here.
up on some of the wrecking ball type of stuff. I also
Maybe
think Dallas Fuel
maybe just because Nisha's not that confident on Lucio, maybe, and they want to play
for Chengdu, than
some like
Shanghai,
Winston
in terms of Dallas
Lucio
Fuel kind of
comps.
searching for what they should play, right? They were playing like Genji, they were trying to play some Echo.
Sage Amex
Like,
getting benched.
Shanghai has all
Yeah.
the strats nailed down, right? As APAC was clearly
Well, I mean,
the dominant
I don't know.
division in this meta.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Locked
Big
down
fact.
early.
But for the win,
I think you potentially
Come
could
on,
see
Hunters.
some, I was gonna
Do it
say
for me.
maybe some Winstons
Definitely.
already here. For Chengdu, it'll be Shanghai on defense to kick things off. They'll be playing
Shanghai showing their
Orisa.
default Orisa comp.
Looks like we'll probably get a switch though. Not exactly.
Omega Orisa
See,
comp.
Izayaki go back and play Ana, and then Lip in the spawn. Yep, we're gonna see him play Ash. So this is
this
pretty
is their
similar
default.
to what they ran the other day against Chengdu at the start. Chengdu is able to take the first point. It was the
Very
second
interesting
point
to
that
see
they
how
were getting
this
crushed
how
on.
Chengdu plays against this
Okay, so
compared
Shanghai
to
played this style,
yesterday, 'cause
primarily
yesterday,
this map and also
Chengdu,
good defense. So they wanted to
uh,
play Orisa, you know,
dif-
in sort of like a
what was it? They like
defensive setup. On
they
maps
got
with
their
good high
they
ground
got
availability.
Chengdu sorry
Hunters,
Chengdu
they
got
did
Shanghai's
fairly
first
well to counter them,
loss
at
on
least access those areas. You see
on an assault
Chengdu
map, I
really
think,
try and
or
take
something
the
like
fight
that.
straight
Really?
to the Dragons,
Leaf
and
is
that's
going
where
Genji.
things get interesting.
Oh,
Mark is gonna
Genji.
be on the honor as he's
Yeah, I have more
Izayaki.
confidence in Leaf than
Ursa
Sparkle.
found A little bit safer against what is definitely a poke composition from the Dragons.
If I remember correctly, I think Chengdu came out and started on this the other day.
Yeah, Monk is building up Nano
We'll see if there's gonna be
very
adjustments
fast.
in terms of
I couldn't-
strategy and how they
I
go
can't
about
say the same
trying
about
to
Leaf.
break this. And they get a
Wait,
hack
Gaga
onto
just wants to
one
get
and
in the
they
back.
can't
Oh, that's a big pick.
Leaf
From
gets
us
a
from that.
gets
It
a
was
pick.
good grenade from Izayaki, and that will give
Deal.
others pause for thought, but
And
not
Fate is
before
just getting
Fate is in deep,
bumped
deep
around.
trouble. Being pressured now from every
So
area,
low.
trying to
He's
maybe
gonna
pull
die
the shot
eventually.
down.
Holy crap, how's he surviving? Yep.
The sheer will of Izayaki and DJ gone, but that was quick.
Great opening here for Chengdu. They're really bringing the fire.
Whether it's Monk with the discords or Jinmu with the hacks, they are so fast to follow
Wait,
it up.
when did
Coming
Jinmu
from
die
the
though?
choke, you have Gaga and Leave kind of taking
Oh,
some
when did Leave
die?
to get health back, and they take away some of the
Well,
attention
somehow,
of
I
the
guess.
tanks, and Fletus hits off at an off angle on the right height staircase and starts, putting down damage.
But now Chengdu is gonna have Nano. Oh, Fate moves on to the
Got
Winston
it.
now.
Gaga and Leave are right there on top of him. Biotic grenade is
That they can match
Oh,
Nanos.
yeah.
They can match
They will go to the Winston.
a rally
Oh,
with
yeah,
both.
This is
yeah.
how they were spawn killing them yesterday.
They can do
They
it
reset
in here.
main tank ult charge.
Leaf gets Leaf gets Blade here.
Yep, Nano Blade. And they don't have
Yeah,
too
he's
much of a
looking at Leaf
defensive
right now.
ultimate. They could bomb it.
Nano Blade, Nano Blade.
Nano Blade, come on. That's it. That's big. That's big.
1, 2.
Now, and the Dragons are in trouble once more. He's looking to try and hunt down
Come on,
the
okay.
echo, but turns his
And here's the
attention
bomb.
He's not gonna
But it's
get
not
it.
gonna get much.
Choose enough, choose enough. Well,
He
knowing
reses
he's-
Izayaki,
he's-
that's big.
Yeah. It's half of
But,
Nano Blade gone.
oh, what a sleep. Such a scrappy, and again, such a scrappy. Oh, that's an EMP onto both tanks. Surely the DMech now, and but Shanghai are gonna have the ults.
Yeah, okay, so Chengdu at 2 down now. Okay, Day has to come back.
That's it. That's the fight one.
Was Phil Pryor. D-suit here for Late Young, and this
That's
is
a stagger
peaking out
onto
now
Late
for
Young.
Hunters.
Yeah, and even with a good Nano Blade to kick things off, and
But it
they
did-
invest in EMP, self-destruct.
What
DJ
a
gone
bit
moves
rate
onto
you're
the bridge.
recording.
So they were not
dunno.
able to just kind of keep anybody
Ooh!
alive as,
Did Monk just hit a nasty right click?
Might did.
probably doesn't lead to much of
Because
Surely
when
they
I
move down.
record,
They have to
when I
push it
record like
up
2 hours of footage, I get like 15 gigs of stuff taken up.
Oh, so my XSplit, because I have the free version, I can only record in 720p. That's it.
You don't
Come
use
on,
OBS?
Chengdu's.
That could be
Oh,
very
what a
good
sleep,
for
though.
the Dragons. Monk is sleeping though, and you see how many people just get called back to make sure the Zen can stay alive. That's crucial time bought here for the Dragons.
Wait.
And Fate will have a chance to
Okay.
return with Primal
Surely
Rage.
Shanghai with the ult advantage.
Yeah, and you have a big pile driver
Bob's gonna
going
get chunked
towards
down.
this
It's
room,
not
but
gonna
you're not
do
be able
much
to
value,
keep
but
anybody
Leon
up,
just
and
dies.
as the Bob gets used, nobody within line of sight of the healers, as you still have Monk and Ivital in the choke.
Fate has
Just
to
a
leave
minefield.
here.
Now, from
Probably
Fate,
not gonna
it's
do
just a rally into this, and they're gonna get a DMEC on the Void, but where does this lead?
Leave goes on the Tracer after the failed 9 blade attack. That's fine.
Yeah.
Fate
Void
survives
dies.
that one. Void
They
will
still
return to the
have a
frame,
little bit of
return.
rally armor left, but that's
He does
Dragons
the
not
panic
have the doubles,
transcendence, I
it's a
think.
matter of lead.
Transcendence
Someone else
already
fighting.
to push
Big
in.
kills. Getting rid of Fate here is huge. Jinmu again is able to get the
Oh, that's
job
an
done.
aggressive
If they
transcendence.
kill Fate,
Was caught out there by a
beginning of the
hack,
end, I
and
think.
Void is manually hacked. Both tanks are dealt with in sequence here by the Hunters,
And
Void is
Leon's one
pursuing
gets Void,
into a
but Gaga dies.
self-destruct.
But Gaga can
Leon
just come
is
back
looking
quick.
fantastic on
It's
defense.
3 there.
We
Nope,
talked
that's
about
the
this
picks
Zaya
going
by
the way of
comparison,
Shanghai.
But Jin will leave it down, and that's the Hunters getting declawed.
This is very similar to how it went yesterday.
And that's another stagger onto Leon.
Ivital stuck in the choke, and they're not able to make it through.
Oh,
They end up using
okay, yeah.
Anderson
It's
into,
better
you know,
lip
second
kill Leon there.
five as, he was getting pressured out.
Because Leon has to go all the way back.
And I think he may have to end up
Shanghai still have the ults.
something else here
Chengdu
for the Hunters. You know,
not
yes,
the
his
ult
combo
cycling's just not
has
working.
really worked for you, and it's been great against Shanghai on certain maps.
I wonder why they're not playing Widow here.
It has not seemed to have those results on Anubis.
Probably it's too risky to play such a
Flutter remains, harassing
immobile character against the dive comp.
Yeah.
Not a great start here for the Hunters. And he is always the target, though. There's a concession, I feel like, from Chengdu, Matt, when they do play, knowing that Monk will be the first on the chopping block.
But if they lost the tick there, that would have been.
He got hit by a Bob, just straight up.
That would be a
Bob,
Shanghai 9.
drove and then
Yeah,
Lip just
Shang
won
9.
once. There was no way they were going to
That's a proportional expenditure of resources. Get rid of him, sure.
He is such
I think
a
I'm still gonna have the better
stationary
ults though.
and they need to, have the brig kind of sit on him at all times, and even really the diva that.
Hey, Leaf is looking for a huge tick.
With the sleeps.
They stick one of the supports and just take the support ult out the fight. That's gonna be huge.
Such a distance, where
I wonder who you nano though if you're Izayaki. You nano
Nice.
Flutter? Oh, what a stun. Just takes him out.
Yeah, that's a huge stun.
Oh, and he misses the blinks. Uncharacteristic whiff from Flutter.
And now the Hunters might have another opportunity. They are going carefully about this, though.
And that's a hack onto Fade as well. He's surely gonna get chunked down now. There he goes.
Oh, Jimmy almost dies here. Holy shit.
Oh, and Jinru's got the EMP coming up as well.
Yeah.
It'll take him a while to get back, but
also feeling the heat right now. Bob gets hacked. He's removed.
Bob is
so Lib's
dies.
element of essentially goes by the wayside now.
Jimmy gets
Trying to work his
picked
way to the
here.
back
Jimmy
line.
gets spotted though.
Thrown down.
And
This
he,
is gonna force the Hunters to back up in the choke and
oh,
But he's
oh,
done.
I don't know
I
what
guess
the
he's
hell
shaking.
happened there. But
Can you calm down,
I just
Sonny?
don't think this is enough healing.
I am not
think I'm
gonna
gonna
calm
hit
down.
that.
I'm rooting for the
There's a few
Hunters.
picks, and then they're still stuck like in the mid-bridge area, working their way towards the point. And they have the use
Alright, what's the clock right now for you?
All right, forgot to sing. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
Yep, good. I was about 3 seconds behind.
Oh,
Oh, he gets stunned here.
Unlucky. Chengdu had so many opportunities. EMP goes, does nothing.
He gets Izayaki somehow.
Somehow, but that's it.
And Matt, for all our talk of how Chengdu have adjusted their approach to this match,
It's
That was some
unlucky.
good
Okay.
focus fire from
to
Shanghai.
the last time.
Yeah,
They
very
played
good.
Shanghai on Anubis.
Very good teamwork
They
there.
have to invest ultimates just to get in. They're not getting any point percentage, and then by the time they actually move on to the point, everybody's back for Shanghai, and then Shanghai just has such a huge advantage in terms of how much HPS they can put out with the Ana back there compared to Zen Brig, right? And then also the biotic grenades. If it hits you, there's really nothing you
I'm
can
gonna
do.
try and calm
You're
down
really
now.
not able to make any significant progress on that second point. They get 58%. We'll see what they do here on defense. Whether they opt to play, the ball, do they play Winston?
Tough job for Chengdu.
Likely an Echo setup, yeah. So it'll be Echo Sombra with the Winston. See, I would have liked to see them play this composition on offense.
I'm very interested to see if with how fast they took point A,
double bubble, right?
they have like this understanding of point A such that they can just full hold.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. Very improbable, but I'd like to see it.
Much better suited for their offensive side as well.
Right, a little safer. Puts a bit more resources in Gaga's court, right? As opposed to him just having to brave the Discord orb, or in many cases it was biotic grenades and sleep dance from Izayaki. Again, Hunters need a little bit more of a buffer for their Winston. Because the moment the Dragons get a whiff of where Gaga is, they're going to be going for him. And again,
Shanghai playing the normal comp. Normal Winston.
They'll also have the Winston, but the D.Va
Rush comp, I guess.
I mean, the composition for Hunters just has way more win conditions, right? Nano on the Winston, Nano on the Echo, EMP, Grav, just a lot of ways you can win these fights where
I'm expecting Leaf to have a great
getting in there, getting
defense here.
The spawn is so close.
Yeah.
Oh, Lip's already in the back. They're already crashing the point.
Yeah, Gaga got hacked and hit with the body
Oh,
grenade.
Gaga kills Lee Gonza. They let the tick go to the
But their
Shanghai
response
Dragons.
is good. They single Lee J Gon out. Get rid of him. This is going to interrupt the Dragons as they try and cap it.
They kill Leave. That's big. That's most of the damage gone.
Veltal's going to be able to resurrect this, so that is pretty huge.
Nice
Big
rest
res.
also here.
Amongst this fight. And Void tries to drop down
Okay.
and harass the Mercy, but he's hacked himself. Even the biotic
Yeah,
grenade
Void went a
doesn't
bit
keep
too
him to
aggressive
bed.
there.
Great
Yeah.
composure from the Hunters here, Matthew.
Yeah, and it was a nice Winston bubble from Gaga that allows the Mercy to end up getting the res. So they double back to the point. They do give up a tick, but still good first defense here for Chengdu. You ended up getting the break at the choke. We know Lucio, right? That's where Leave and Gaga can put some pressure on the support.
I think Chengdu are just getting the ult advantage as well. They're building up their ult so fast.
Yeah.
You're in a good spot to get these
Being
homes.
really proactive in their play.
Gaga drops down close to a primal rage, but knows just how quickly he can be blown up. He's not
Oh, Gaga gets hacked. No, it's all good. He gets nanoed. And that was a sleep onto Void, I think. Oh, Faye, I mean.
That was a very good sleep there.
A kill onto Lip. They're not going to have EMP for this fight, at least, I think. If Chengdu could work fast. Oh. Izayaki just pressured, holy shit.
Holy shit, nice juggle there. Gaga is... That guy just left there? Oh, yeah.
Wait, out the frying pan into the fire.
Oh, dodges the bomb.
Barely dies, I think. Close. And Shanghai is just going to snowball now. Oh! Okay, interesting grab.
Yeah, they dropped the bomb on it, but the rally and everybody gets out of the way. Gaga's going to switch the ball to come back, just to be back into this next fight.
Shanghai going to get the kills now, but it was looking like good defense.
Very good at singling out these tanks here. That's 2 ticks and counting.
Leon makes the switch to D.Va now.
But that's going to be that for the
Gaga goes back to Winston.
Point A rather. And now the Dragons look to win the map here. 58.7% is the magic number.
Not a terrible defense though from Chengdu.
Jinmu could just shut down this next fight with an EMP.
This point B.
Yeah.
Then they can start cycling their ults. I think that's their win condition right now.
Yeah, Izaki is not a boost here. He'll probably give it to Fade again.
Yeah. There it is, 5-man
Huge,
EMP.
not a
That's
huge,
big, that's
not a
big.
5-man. Holy.
And the follow-up is gonna be there. Oh, nice sleep,
What?
but
Oh my god.
Oh, Leave, hello. Ah, they nanoed the Leave.
Yeah, you love seeing,
Are they gonna stagger onto Void as well? Maybe.
I just brought up the map though.
Yeah, they nano Gaga here.
After yesterday's game with Talus. Make sure
Absolutely.
Gonna give a remake.
working on the backside.
Flutter now goes to the Reaper instead of the Tracer.
Reaper obviously doesn't matter if he gets hacked. Doesn't really gain a lot from that.
Yeah, it's for looking at putting a
Oh,
eye
but
on
they just
Gaga here.
melt down Fate. And they've hacked Flutter as well.
Doesn't matter what team it is. Shanghai Dragons
Gaga in a situation right now, but...
Oh.
Oh!
It's not a bit of a headshot, so it just instantly kills Gaga here.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the teleport available because he used it to get up on the high ground, so
Now Lip
My
has the
favorite
EMP as
character
well.
is the Reaper guy. He's very powerful.
Indeed.
EMP for both sides.
Ooh, well,
EMP self-destructive.
forcing the translocate from Jinmu.
There's the dupe.
EMP onto Gaga and Leave. It's gonna shut down Leave's duplicate for a little bit, but not enough. Jinmu can just come back with a better EMP. There it is, 4-man EMP.
4-man. Oh, the bomb.
Oh, that's a lot of damage onto
He
Fate.
gets the remake damage here.
He has to very quickly run away. The hunters are out of the woods now for sure. Getting rid of Fate means it's another successful.
That's some more time burned off the clock.
And they've done a really nice job in terms of their ultimate usage here on defense.
Oh, they'll stagger.
Yeah.
Oh, they have to back up, yeah. Because
Yeah.
Fly just destroys the Winston.
It was the EMP where Lee was able to
Gaga needs to
actually get off right
has
before.
not fully put into his
Was
mind that he's
having
playing
extra
against the
HP of the Diva on the point,
the
but
Reaper.
the abilities, still being able to stay alive for that long, was huge.
Shanghai still have the
Falls
ult
over
advantage though.
EMP on his own.
They
That one's
use that
really
to their
strong.
advantage.
Let's see though what they try and do with Fleta. Try and put him in position. Do you nano Fleta? You know, nano the Reaper. Try and send him in. Nano the Winston with the Reaper. Maybe.
Are you gonna
things
do
that will
Beyblade
push
here?
that back corner.
They
No,
very
no,
well
that's
might. They might
awesome.
save it for the cleanup if they cycle the other ult well. They've got Rally coming up.
Fleta can't get to him.
Lip's gonna build this EMP fast.
Winston, by the time he gets there, well, Lee
That's-
Jack on
that's
the
a lot of
down,
damage.
and Gaga knows
Oh, Leave dies though.
where his bread's butter's at. He jumps out.
Oh, Lady
Leo
can't.
barking orders. He gets hacked and can't get away as quickly as he would have liked.
Then it has to bomb here.
There's a brief opening for the
Not
Dragons,
really,
but
okay.
It doesn't look like they're willing to take it, and that clock is getting awful low,
mean,
Matt.
No, they got
Shanghai
him.
coming up on
Great.
6
You're gonna
ultimates.
have Rally. There's no way you can go and start this off without your Rally. The bad
At
part
some
is
point or another,
there's
just
gonna
gonna have
be,
to
you
use
know,
all of their
duplicate
ults.
available for the hunters, and Gaga being able to control the high ground drop.
They're still behind on their
really giving
support
Shanghai
ultimates.
some trouble.
4-man EMP,
Oh,
but
yes.
Jinmu had the opportunity to counter EMP, I think.
Oh,
There it is.
they-
It only
they
gets
give
Fate.
it
EMP only gets Fate.
Has to stall. He has to stay alive, but it's a self-destruct now to try and get the mech back. It's not going to work out. Lee J got
that's
a
it.
low ground.
Oh,
The Dragons get it
no.
done. Not a
Okay.
moment too soon either. Definitely a closer affair than last time these two teams went head-to-head. But in this case, it's history repeating itself, Matt. We have a tied series here in our final.
Yeah, and it was a nice EMP by Lip that started it off, gets a kill onto Leave right after, but Lip then turns and gets a manual hack onto Gaga as he's coming up with Primal, which is even bigger. You know, the Primal
Gonna be
would have been
quite
able
the
to
match
come
coming
from
up for
backside
us.
of the Shanghai Dragons.
Let's
Really
see,
extend that point, making
the
it
Chengdu Hunters gets a
Coming up, of
good
course,
man
is
next one.
hybrid here, and it
Yeah.
will be the Hunter's pick. So
Let's see what he will
have
choose.
to think they'll be picking something that's been,
They're picking a hybrid
simple
map.
so far. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll
You're
find
picking
what
out of-
the is on the other side of these
What's the hybrid maps? Route 66? No, that's Escort. I'm
Interest
sorry.
on a hybrid map.
Iconwald?
Iconwald's a hybrid map.
Yep. Check which.
Not Gibraltar.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile,
Is
America's
Overwatch.
largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile. And by State Farm. For auto, home, or renters insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you a good neighbor?
No, I don't interact much with my neighbors personally.
Expect the unexpected. It never happens as it should.
It's something in the contenders' water, but this shows you how close in skill a lot of these teams are. It's
Contenders?
absolutely insane. The pole slam dunk on the Surmajet, he's gone. Dynasty, what a way to secure the bag.
Shockwave's turning around.
Wow.
Where did Shockwave find
Oh, Shockwave's here.
to take out the supports of Hurricane?
Oh yeah,
is it
Shockwave
true?
will become available for the next stage and for the playoffs for Fusion.
Wait, is it like sugar free, like 15?
But his shield is broken.
Sorry?
Sugar free is like 15, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah. Sounds about right.
This is hit scan pop off territory. Iced is in his element.
He was signed to Atlanta ATL Academy at 13 years old.
Crazy, man.
Holy shit.
Younger than us.
Against the British Hurricane.
Imagine getting dominated
Trying to win those fights.
by a 13-year-old.
Poco going a little loco here, finding 5.
Speaking of Poco, there he is with the Shadow and Contenders.
Charges it to Adam.
LH Cloudy.
Johnny on the third time as well.
Johnny!
A Lucio to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Jeffrey's born in 2004.
Oh, same age as me.
But he's December, so...
Yeah. I might have to cut that out. Don't want people knowing my age, maybe.
Uh,
Huh. Huh.
you don't even know how young you are.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Alright, here's the map pool. Eichenwald, Hollywood, and Kings Row.
Since they're cutting it out, I'm gonna say it here, Ryan needs a buff.
You can say it as many times as you want. We'll just have to see what the dev team decides to do.
Yeah.
Chengdu have picking. I think they're gonna go with either Hollywood or Eichenwald. I don't think they would go Kings Row with what Shanghai can do with that map. Okay, I will leave for a little bit because I need to go pee.
Pee time?
Yes, pee time. Trey epic.
Welcome back.
Charles, Mr. Armug did say he was gonna be here for the viewers, but
It seems that we have been betrayed.
unlucky. The deep
he
sleep
probably has his
betrays
own
all.
reason.
Ah, yeah. I assume
Or he's just lazy and then it didn't wake up.
Oh no, didn't he say he had to mow the lawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So being a family man.
family man, yes. Do you know about his child, Timmy?
Oh yes, his child. His child is
The Overwatch League is brought to you by
yeah,
Chelsea
his
Foods.
child is his
So much
child.
flavor, it's
Ah,
delicious.
yeah. That's facts, right? That's facts.
The official voice supplier of the Overwatch League. And by
If you guys, if the viewers don't know already, surely you've seen my channel, and you obviously read all the comments. Obviously, I've corrupted little Timmy apparently. I've
Yes,
done
that
the
was a
devil's work with
huge-
him.
That was a Sun Dude moment there.
Sundoon moment, corrupting little children. The Sheep Goats video is on 8.2 thousand views.
Yeah, stop flexing here, you see. No one has the brains to come up with the amazing idea of the video.
Absolute. No. I mean, I think someone could easily get that level of views with short dumb memes. That's how the YouTube
the level of
algorithm works these
shit
days.
poster is you.
Ranks above a score of 120, obviously.
Wire top 10 Zenyatta.
Monk just above there, but I feel like Monk's play has been improving as of late.
Yeah, sure sort of goes to show how little Zenyatta has
He's number one
used
in
in
all of the key stats for Zenyatta
the league.
He's undisputably the best
Yeah.
right now. But we talk a little bit about some of the intangibles, or at least how Monk sets up a lot of these crucial kills here. I will say, though, Matthew, that Shanghai have done a very good job of punishing both
Do you know what
Dara
map it is gonna
and
be?
Late Young, especially on the tempo
No.
maneuvers where they
I
managed to
forgot.
eke out a
Eichenwald.
narrow
There we go.
victory. That means that, yes, we're off to Hybrid, and with the Hunter's pick, it's no surprise to see Eichenwald come up.
Yeah, this is what the Hunters picked.
Oh, that remix,
yesterday
sir.
against the Dragons, and they ended up winning it 4-3. Interesting enough, the first three maps of this series, the same exact ones as we saw in the last one. Both teams trying to get on this map leaderboard, presented by Xfinity for Eichenwald. In yesterday's series, though, it was Shanghai who ended up winning Ilios, and then you had the Hunters pick Anubis. This time, though, with the Hunters winning map one, Shanghai played so good against Chengdu and Anubis, which was their map pick yesterday. They brought them to it today and beat them again. So I'll see if Chengdu can repeat their great
Ogre's
performance
remix.
that they had yesterday against
The remix is a
And again,
fucking
you
sick.
run this same, these same map.
It's a musical,
stats
man, you can
times,
agree.
It could be 5 wins, 5 losses for either of these teams, right? I mean, we're talking about 4-3, so both teams were actually able to finish the map there. Pretty close. We've seen the Hunters choose this map many
McCree
times in the
Torb.
Eastern region as well, over
Ah.
different metas, so they definitely feel confident
interesting.
there. Now,
Yes,
gonna
they're
be
like-
looking here at, it's a double bubbled core, but
You
with
wanna
a
shut down the dive.
Torbjorn here, so real strong defensive
so
aspect
anti-dive,
amongst those
yeah.
DPS heroes.
You see the stat on the screen, that is wild, that the Hunters have not lost Eichenwald in their last 7 maps of this. So
Oh,
clearly, I know that they hit.
Chengdu Hunters on a 7-map win streak on
So the tour
Eichenwald.
and
shit.
McCree, like you mentioned on defense, really good at whether they're gonna play. Maybe it's gonna be a tracer, or whether we see.
Have you ever had
a
cheesy
off
grooves?
chance like Genji or,
I am not
Aurora
American.
up in the sky.
This video is sponsored by cheesy grooves. You see cheesy
Shanghai,
grooves, great
I'll
crunch.
Take a look at what
Ah.
Chengdu's running, then make some adjustments.
All right, Izzyaki already has switched to the Ana. Fletter
Looking
doing
nice,
fierce
I
question mark?
DJ God's going back. What are you doing?
The Dragons are taking a brief moment to
Taking their time.
set up their
Reaper, okay.
composition.
That goes to the Reaper.
All right, you got Reaper
You-
Sombra
Lip
here.
is still
You can
on.
take advantage of the McCree
the
here. Obviously, the
Sombra.
McCree, a pretty stationary target. Try and get the
So I guess the plan now is just to really
space
focus on the
or try and get
Torbjorn
the axe
turret.
onto Gaga
Make
and,
sure
finish
Lip
him
can get
off.
into a good
So
position.
you do have some options.
They'll go Hanzo here.
Ooh,
if you
that's
wanna
a sleep
focus
onto
on
Gaga.
Sleep onto the Winston at the beginning. So let's see what Shanghai
That's
does
going to
with
give
it.
them a lot of space. And instantly,
Oh.
It
instantly.
doesn't stop them. Look at this. With Reckless Abandon, the Dragons are still pushing up. Fate somehow gets around behind Gaga and just ruins him. Gaga having a very rough start
Beautiful
to the series.
day.
Jimmy
Seems
gets
like
a
we're doing
one
a
pick on
Reaper
the
guy at
flatter.
very least here, but there's 4 players
With
with
the
the
Reaper
posted
guy.
up on the card. Fate just bubbles it, sits inside, says,
I mean,
"Alright, you
if
wanna
Jinmu
crack
can
at
pull
this
off some
guy?"
magic.
Lei Young is hit with the hack there, so it means that he's not building up too much charge for the time being. Void
Jinmu's doing a good job of
respecting Izzy, though,
spotting
although
Lip
it's
for these
not
manual
too
hacks,
much
but
about that damage, but
Lip is
what
still
the punish
on
Gaga for this
70,
particular position?
almost 80% ult
They
charge
lost
now.
their
with
Reaper at the
EMP.
beginning. This will be a Nano now on a Fate as he takes out 2.
Fate just destroys in a tight corridor.
Jinmu is consistently finding picks. It's just not
And
enough.
then Nano onto Late Young here at the end. They're going to invest the grab as well. It's just 2 members of the Hunters. You're
That was a
not
0-man
able to
grab,
turn
wasn't it?
that.
Yeah, I mean, let's him get
Yeah,
flavor, but that is
unfortunately.
Lei Young has been
So the Hunters are
doing
able to
some
get
really
done with that.
questionable
And
grabs
you're
this
right,
tournament.
They kind of take 5 seconds or so. They stand around in that fight. and they see
Start
Gaga
wasn't
come
that
in,
great,
they
but hopefully,
no one's really committed.
Ah,
Gaga
he
was
wanted to
playing
switch.
back, playing back. Fate gets an enemy.
Okay.
This is the break
Lei Young on
here, right,
the
where Fate's just waiting,
even
waiting,
now.
and then he goes in. Gets to the Nano as soon as he lands, or even just beforehand. Nicely done.
So, the Torb turret you'd expect
The Reaper
to be at
guy.
those off angles and doing some damage, but they dealt with it fast this time. Jinmu just tried to throw it down on the stairs. It got dealt with even faster. EMP
Too many
here
EMP onto the
before
tanks, that's gonna
not
do it.
big, but the follow-up's
That's
gonna
a
be
huge
good.
anti
I mean,
from
Gaga just disintegrated under,
from Chengdu there.
There's a nice spider grenade there from
but
Hunt,
they couldn't follow up.
When there's no follow-up there, really, all it is
Heinen
is
gets
a
nothing.
little bit of initial damage. That's it.
And they use rally.
Leaf dies, yeah.
Chengdu Hunters just use rally, but basically no value. They're just gonna slowly pick Chengdu Hunters off.
Well, they knew that there was a little bit of a break.
Currently
in
looks
this
like
fight.
competitive right
They
here.
knew if they just kind of waited a second, there was a rally
Maybe.
that was still going. You had the sound of
Jinmu.
the
Okay, yeah.
Oh, they're gonna mirror now.
They're mirroring here.
Except Lee J Gon's on the Lucio with a higher tempo for the
that they could
Dragon.
just re-engage with the sound barriers. They had players coming back from the spawn. So now you see the Reaper Sombra coming out here from the Hunters, trying to match this. Where I feel like Shanghai
Oh, that's
is
a
more
sleep onto
experienced
Monk.
playing this type of style.
Flatter, he knows
That's
he
good.
taxed the defense
Shut
matrix
down
to
the
its very
Ana,
limit.
can't sleep the
Limits
Reaper.
pops ultimate after that resource gets drawn out.
Oh,
Flatter's
Flatter's
just, oh, he's just
what?
The
destroying.
Dragons with a dominant showing right now. Flatter, back to the card as it was being stalled for a moment by Jinmu. Good awareness, but
I think Shanghai might actually get a map record.
Yeah, but they're going to be
Gaga
walking
goes
into an
to the ball
EMP.
now.
Lip's going to be able to land a huge one. It's Gaga's
I mean,
over the record
Shanghai,
right now,
they've just
trying
got
to
the
get
ult
this one.
advantage. Can't really do anything.
Gaga, he was trying to spin to win around the cart.
They keep snowballing here.
Stalled out, but that's not going to be an option here. Lip just peppers Late Young.
Stagger's coming out.
Let's make
Not
Miraculous
enough though.
youngster can't stop them here. Matt
Okay, it's not going to be a map
Putting him on the
record,
block, and
but
Lei Young is in trouble.
still
They
very
took it
fast.
ugly for Chengdu. I think this is also one of the worries that you would possibly have with Shanghai, where you could run back I think there's some teams in the league where you could run
Lee Jae
back
Gon
and
plays this well. He can
the other team
save his
make
sound barrier
adjustments,
for the
right?
EMP.
So this game was really close.
Flutter
the other
doesn't
day,
die there somehow.
Between these two teams. Shanghai, though, makes these adjustments coming into today, in just terms of how they're playing, stylistically, and they start to gain this advantage and now put you on the back foot.
Let's see how Jinmu uses the EMP,
He's looking for an EMP opportunity. A bit frustrating for him
Oh,
now.
then that's the EMP
He
onto
waits a
Jinmu.
little bit too long.
I'll use the MP now.
I
think the snowball was just inevitable now. They nano Ivelto. Was that nano? Yeah, I think so.
Some nano break here.
The sound barrier timing is just perfect to keep the Reaper alive. And
He gets
That's
Gaga
it.
here.
crumbles underneath the dead
Oh, it's a 4
EMP
mana.
from Jinmu. Okay,
okay.
Maybe thinks that getting rid of Leave is a more
I could get the DMAC as well. I think there's a chance for Chengdu now.
on the Sombra with that ultimate
Definitely chance, definitely
backs away to
chance.
the health pack that's hacked, so tons of healing available, and Flatter had nowhere to go, Matt.
And Lei Young has been showing quite a strong showing on the Diva.
Sleep again.
Not able to do so as the Ana and the Lucio will make it out with their lives, but the payload so close. To
Leaf might be going.
Leaf's going to switch.
2 minutes and 50 is a ton of time to
Yeah,
get
what
it
would he
done
switch
as
to?
well.
Like a
Primal
Trace?
Okay.
I was gonna say.
available here.
Oh, and they're going Monk on Zenyan. Oh.
We see Leaf go over to
Shut up.
Tracer now, where I feel like he was being pretty effective on that Reaper.
I mean, without that hack, it's going to be very hard to find any picks.
And maybe that's justified. Is his Yaki's the one that puts the nail in Garga's coffin?
Bates.
Fate just dances around. He knows there's not really anyone with like large.
And they dive onto his Velta, that's a kill.
And you get the map here.
Late Young briefly put to sleep, and Gaga trying to stall this one out, but it's going to be Flatter
No,
with
that's
the
it,
nano boost
sure.
now, and those Hellfire shotguns
Hang
going
on,
to
hang
be
You get the round here.
hard. Monk, yep, no way
That's
to
it.
get away from that one. At long range, he's taken
yeah.
down, and the Dragons have a whopping
Jesus
2
Christ.
minutes and 13 seconds on the clock left after their attack.
If I remember
That
correctly,
Reaper guy, though.
yesterday, the
Yeah,
Dragons
the,
had maybe 30, I think I wanna
Lip's looking
say.
very,
They
very
definitely
good
had
in
more
Reaper.
time than Chengdu, but Chengdu was able
Yeah.
to pull out like a huge win in that to get it in overtime, in extra kind of innings per se. Chengdu, they make the switch at the end. Tracer and the Zen, maybe the Zen damage with the Discord makes up for some of the kind of front-loaded damage that the Reaper has, but still Shanghai looked really clean on their offense. I want to see what Chengdu decides to pull out here on theirs. Do they play some of this Wrecking Ball stuff? I feel like they may have to even throw a little bit of that Winston double bubble in. That Shanghai, whether it be they're really just kind of playing Diva 24/7 here with Void, but we've seen Late Young play a lot of the Zarya and have a pretty good impact. So I think you're gonna have to see some type of change up, some variation here from the Hunters.
Why do I hear it? Why do I hear the audio on my left ear?
Displaying some
Like the footsteps from the players.
More
So-
surround sound, I guess. With the audio.
He's that Jinmu sleep, I think, Matt.
Oh, what a sleep.
Absolutely chef's kiss.
Real
Ah,
nice.
so that's out. Very.
Big fan.
Close play.
Ooh. Shanghai going to go for a spawn camp?
Leave on the Cree was something we saw
okay.
a little bit yesterday.
Get that confidence.
I believe it was Gibraltar between these two teams. He brought out the
Oh, they haven't spotted.
Immediately know that I hear.
But is that the player you think you can kind of capitalize on? You don't want to be running right into the Reaper in this close quarter.
And they get out.
Jinmu went to the far. Maybe they're just trying to get some rockets in that room, see if he can get a pick, but then switches back to the Sombra.
Well, the Dragons don't get punished for that, considering they had everybody in the one room. It's miraculous they managed to escape it all.
Chengdu's just going to
Now Leave, though, he's on the hunt.
try and play this hard dive now.
Tough one to pin down.
Pick off the
Leap was also
Shanghai
arrived on the
Dragons.
scene now when Gaga might have found himself a
Gaga's
little bit
low, though.
stranded.
Oh.
He's able just to get away, picks
There
up
he
a
gets
on the way
away.
through. Lip translocates out, and he has a hacked health pack there to benefit from. And he's waiting.
Oh,
he's waiting.
almost
Tracer
died.
That
around
was
the
close. Good direction
so
time by
close.
Lipia.
correctly.
Yeah, they lost Late Young, though. They lost his neck. As
Gaga
when,
gets tapped.
Gaga and Lee were going in.
He's going to get away.
Gaga had to go all the way out.
Oh, they kill Flutter.
Gaga ends up taking out Paletta, I believe that's when his
They've traded,
Buddy
but
Blaster, as he tries to go in,
think
maybe
Fate
once
dying- no,
Chengdu
but that's
gets
it.
players back, they can
They're
try
getting
and,
good.
make a go
Better
at this. But right now, you lost half the team, you gotta wait.
I mean, the Dragons are down to brawl. If this is how the Hunters want to play, Shanghai are happy to, three-man dive a Wrecking Ball that's trying to get into their backline. They will.
Lip EMP is going to be big.
During
the Hunters don't have a response for it.
Extra deterrent for Gaga to try and do his thing.
That's a. Oh, they slept Jinmu. That's big.
Oh, he's just completely
Oh,
blown up.
That's
It's
big.
destroyed.
That is a complete lobotomy there from Fletter up close. And Gaga gets caught by the Reaper on the way back as well. Fletter, such a simple approach from him, but he's in the right place at the right time constantly.
Right, I mean, and that's all you can really ask of the Reaper.
They used the
You
pulse
just
bomb.
want him in the fight. At
cool.
that point, there's not really any kind of crazy abilities or mechanical.
Oh, and
things
they
he
spawn
needs to
camping
do,
now.
as This will be a primal rage
Fate
by the
just
spawn.
might die.
Oh,
No.
EMP as well.
They're getting destroyed here on
This is
Akawan.
a dragon spawn camp
Yeah.
going on right now. As we gotta see some type of response
Yes,
here for the Hunters.
I think Shanghai just
But
like
they're-
came in
they're
with a
first,
game plan and
what,
just
they
knew how
had
to shut
Gaga
down the
get hacked,
Hunters.
Kind of ruin their first engagement. Then we saw Jinmu get slept twice, back to back. You also saw it on the, when they were on defense. Jinmu gets slept. So Izayaki
Hunters, but coming up on 5. Oh, they preemptive. They're using all of their ults.
Just get our spawn here.
Minefield, good power driver follow up there for Gaga, who's just fallen out of the seat. He's just fragging. He's actually
They're getting the picks
picks
now, but that's a lot of ults used.
here for Young, but he won't need it. And this time the Dragons get caught.
Use
It's
4
EMP
ults just to
from
get a point in.
Jinmu that punishes their position.
And I don't know if it kind of happened a little bit earlier, but towards the end, late.
They used almost all of the outs here to get our spawn.
Thought he was trying to use it on the way out.
Well, I mean, what do they have now? They could
Wanted on the way in.
bomb
See
to
what happened, but,
take the high ground.
for a second there, Jinmu was able to
They get a pick onto
doing it, but it'll be a
with the
fast
pulse
fight
bomb.
here for
Could be
Shanghai.
big
They
as well.
wanna take- you want to take this before this gate opens up for sure. Buy themselves even more time.
See, Fletcher's only getting residual healing from the
But that-
Lucio for the most
that's a good,
part. But he's still not
that's a
punished.
good rush
Hunters,
from
he gets stunned up and he actually has
Yeah.
time to wait the
Good
stun
rush.
out. And the spawn camp's not done yet. The Dragons know the Hunters have to get past the door.
Still going
here.
for
That
it.
is a whole lot of
Holy
extra
shit.
time that they would have
They're
to
going
give
for it
back.
again.
It's worth
I mean,
two
they
points
have
to
the
get
ults.
here in the
Shanghai
spawn.
coming
They
up
can
on
dive
6
again on
ults
the
now.
other side of this choke because a card just takes a while to get through it.
And it's
Gaga's already building
because
up to
you're
another
gonna
minefield, though.
have Here, primal available
Nothing fast.
for Shanghai. And you don't have like a Lucio or even the Winston to get like
Oh!
fast in.
That's
Gaga's
been
just
so
in position
aggressive
for the
here.
counter
Holy
dive,
Gets
but
knocked back into that death
Shanghai
box
getting the
from Fletter.
picks.
I mean, the Hunters get forced to stop and smell the roses in that case.
Oh no. Both of us Hunters fans. It's very sad to see this.
A lot of
Yeah.
ultimates used there,
I mean,
though,
Izzy
for
getting a
Shanghai,
pick onto
right?
Izzyaki, that's
You
going
look
to
at
buy
the
them a lot of space.
Nano, Primal, Death Blossom, EMP,
Shanghai can
kind of threw
still probably
everything
hold a
at it.
pretty far forward
So
position
even
right
with
now.
that fight, the cards
Yep.
start to make some progress here. Shanghai doing a nice job though, taking these fights early.
They've got the high ground now, Fate drops down.
You
Void.
get Chengdu to invest, and you get to that second checkpoint.
Oh, and that's
you
a
can get
preemptive
hold.
beat.
Nice beat from Lee Jae-gon.
Lee Jae-gon just dies. They kill Izzyaki. It felt a falls, but the tanks
They
are
should
so low,
win
they-
this fight
that
here, yep.
was non-zero.
Now he's looking primed to clean up here. The Hunters, you give them an inch, they're going to take a country mile. And they are off and running here. It's going to be an interesting part of the map. You know, Lee Jae-gon is going to be looking for some big bridge boops.
I guess doing the grapple thing.
Yeah.
And you do have the self-destruct to use in open space as the cart rounds the corner, kind of making its home stretch towards that second checkpoint.
This rally is going to be
The
big from
Dragons might take
Eveltal.
this approach from the high ground, though.
Solidify their stance on the.
I don't know what's coming. Eveltal is sitting
They're
on
going
top
for a
of
push.
here, making sure the Zen can get work done. That means that the front line doesn't have a lot of healing,
Gaga's
so
going
Gaga
low, but
can't stay in the
still
fight
go
for
away.
very long.
Did they kill Fate?
Looks like the Discord orb was a
Focus
fire
fire
right
onto
across
Fate
the
was
map.
big.
Liv's able to get
They killed
Leaf
Leaf,
at
but
the very least. So Izzy
gonna get the other
Had a dice here. He didn't get the health back. That was a
Oh!
very good help.
Remake kill?
It's pretty darn big though, and Void gets a nano as a reward, and he's going hunting.
Oh, there's the
He's gonna
Transcendence
yes,
as well.
the
Here
Transcendence
come the
here.
reinforcements with Shanghai. Fate is back on the scene
And
here.
a hack onto Void as well, that's
He's
big.
looking to hide and help
Surely
some
they're
of the
gonna get
damage
the
going
D-Mech
at Monk,
right
and the
now.
Zen is finally down. Void is still alive somehow.
They're getting the
but
picks.
Spice went out.
They put so much pressure on Gaga. He had to go all
The
the way
Hunters have
back
to-
underneath to the mega health pack to get health, and then try to work his way back towards like Monk to get. a
Gaga
little bit
almost
of the
went for Hog.
transcendence healing, but you didn't have the ball in play for a lot of that. It was just kind of Diva in the
This fight's gonna be interesting.
when you had
There's
the
no
transcendence,
support on
you
ultimates on
tried to
either
keep
side.
that Fight alive, where it seemed like they were just kind of throwing.
You're gonna have the pulse bomb and the
Now,
EMP.
Chengdu taking the high ground.
Jim is already in
This
position.
will be a good spot for the Zen. You see where kind of they're pathing here on Jinmu's screen.
Oh,
The EMP gonna have
EMP onto Monk just instantly.
That's the crucial kill there. Now Fate knows
Jin
he can
EMP'd on the other side, but it only gets Lee
be
Jae-gon.
present in this fight and not have to worry about getting blown up before he can react with a primal rage. That's what he's doing.
Seems like
He's
some
at the
poor
top of his
ultimate
life
usage
now
on
with the
both
absence of
sides.
Zen.
But I mean,
And 10 seconds
not
like
maybe
the
not for
map,
flip
they're
though.
so
Gets the
split,
pick onto
Chengdu,
Monk.
that
Kills
it's
the
way
momentum.
easier to dive and
Now
make it way
Jinmu's
back as
the only
Jinmu's
one that can
still
touch, I
here
think.
Trying to get a touch here, send us an OT.
Oh, they hacked Izzyaki. They could get a pick.
Lee Jae-gon's gonna be there and Monk's gone down. Jinmu can't get anything
Oh,
done.
Void eats the pulse bomb.
Lee gets eaten up,
big.
and it all goes
Yeah,
wrong.
Madden Cinema because it's just all throwing out.
Yep.
Back up on the
That's
regroup.
it.
The Hunters have got nothing more to say here on Eichenwalde.
Shanghai, they just knew what to do. They
break
knew how
that
to shut down the
seven
Chengdu Hunters.
Dominated, holy
win
shit.
streak for the Hunters on what we thought would be one of their best looks in this series.
And the Hunters won this map against Shanghai just yesterday. So Shanghai
Gonna be a
with those
very
adjustments like we were
interesting
talking
next
about,
map.
comes in today
He's
and wins
dominating.
Eichenwald.
Oh.
As we move
I mean,
further
out
into
of
this series, I wonder if we see
I think the map
Chengdu,
pool for
or maybe it's Shanghai, right?
for Escort is Gibraltar.
Watch Point Gibraltar. That was the map that we saw yesterday. That was a Shanghai Dragons pick, but Chengdu was able
Surely
to
Chengdu not going to go to Gibraltar. I
selected
think.
today.
Well,
Probably
time
not.
to put the thinking caps on for the Hunters here. The Pandas need to get educated as it's a rough start on a map that they probably were hoping to win here. The Dragons are showing something different today. It's time for the Hunters to adapt. Stick around.
Very, very interesting. These are going to build this.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League.
Coca-Cola.
I just had a Coca-Cola.
This video is also sponsored by Coca-Cola. What's the catchphrase again?
I don't know.
I don't know, it's our sponsor, we have to remember it, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay. Very fresh. Very cool.
Yes.
Yes. Drink Coca-Cola. You drink Diet Coke or normal Coke?
Coke Zero.
Hmm?
Coke no sugar, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, I drink Diet Coke as well. Diet Coke has no sugar Coke. I can't notice. Like, the only difference is aftertaste, because sugar in my mouth makes my mouth a bit acidic after.
Yeah.
And do you never run out of storage space? How's your storage problem solution?
It's just my laptop's hard drive.
It's just 1 terabyte. That's it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Game Break presented by Pringles. We're back here. I'm Reinforced. We got Costa. We got Danny.
I mean, I tried one yesterday with Charles. It was 50 minutes long. No, it was an hour long, and it took up 22 gigabytes, I think.
22. Okay, that's a lot.
Danny, the Shanghai Dragons, they hadn't
Yes.
lost a single control map in the Summer Showdown finals.
So I recorded an hour and a half, and it's 20 gigabytes. Don't know what you're doing weird here. Might be the face cam as well.
There was no face cam yesterday.
Oh.
Versus Jinmu. Not only that, we also got to see Nisha play, and we haven't seen him for a while, so it was good. And he played a really good Mercy for Jinmu. This round, Shanghai Dragons kept the point first, but honestly, on the Pharah v Pharah, Jinmu came on top and they got the round. Moving on to, as we see right now, the second round, it was a Ruins, and yeah, Monk, he just decided to go full DPS mode, and he just started murdering everybody. And this particular round was even close. It was 100-0 to Chengdu Hunters. So it was 2-0, and Chengdu won the match.
Yeah, it really threw the entire finals for a bit of a loop there. We weren't really expecting the Chengdu Hunters to come out as strong as they did, and they did win that control map. Up next, of course, the Shanghai Dragons map choice.
Come on.
Temple of Anubis, who they did also play in the finals yesterday against the Chengdu Hunters. That was a very dominant map from the Shanghai Dragons. This one, a little bit closer, Costa. It was a bit more back and forth this time around.
Yeah, you could actually see Chengdu being very ready for this.
Strong.
They came out with the Genji from Jinmu, and it actually worked quite well. They had a pretty solid offense. Honestly, at the caliber of this play, getting 2 ticks on the second point on Anubis is actually pretty good. So Hunters gave themselves a win condition, and they played very, very well. But Shanghai Dragons, not the dominant performance we saw from them last time. They actually struggled on their offense as well. Not really getting anything done, not really this aggressive style that we know the Shanghai Dragons for. They couldn't really get anything done, but they banked their ultimates. They bided their time, waiting for that perfect moment. They got all 6 ultimates come in.
I am not good. I just read Ivelto was Vin Diesel. I am not good.
No, you are not good.
I am down bad, bro. I'm down terrible.
No, that's more than down bad. You're
down
tremendous. To the
tremendous.
heavens.
Yeah.
The type of clinical gameplay you would
Vin
like to see
Diesel.
from finals team.
You mean the family
That's not
man?
like this. So the ball is back in Chengdu Hunters court. They get to decide the next upcoming map, and that is Eichenwalde, of course. A map they haven't lost on
Wait, what?
since
Again?
week 25 of last year, 2020. Eichenwalde, a map they also haven't lost on in 7 consecutive matches. So this really felt like a map that was supposed to be Chengdu Hunters. Instead, Danny, Lee Jae-gon, he locks in the Lucio, and we see all the Lucio and Reaper action for the Shanghai Dragons, and they take a 2-1 lead in the series here.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this map was all Shanghai Dragons. They sort after Anubis, I think they really just adapted and they sort of, I guess they sort of talked it out. And we saw Winston. They were sort of using that fast tempo Winston, like you said, Lee Jae-gon on the Lucio, and the Ana Reaper, Fleta Reaper, just came in clutch and they just murdered everybody on Chengdu.
They got it. They actually figured out what's.
That Reaper
Honestly,
play,
what happened?
Nano
Yeah.
Reaper, like what do you do? Yeah, it was like, wow, Nano Reaper, the Reaper guy,
Yeah.
you know, that Reaper guy. Is
Oh,
I guess,
it was a
like,
throwback.
unironically, the Reaper guy is the
But it
answer
was
to
a bit
beating
of
the
a
Chengdu
throwback,
Hunters.
because back in my day, this
Unless
is
you're
how
playing
I
like
won
a ball
titles,
comp.
okay?
But in
I
the
love
Winston
the
mirror,
Shanghai Dragons.
the Reaper guy's the answer.
Look, Costa, if you get to talk about the Valiant winning stage titles, I get to talk about Nano Reaper, okay? That's how we're doing it. We're break even now. Okay, let's leave it at that. So 3 maps done and dusted so far in the Coca-Cola Summer Showdown finals, and the 4th one is coming up. Now we do actually have the map pick. We know where the Chengdu Hunters will be taking the Shanghai Dragons, and as we take a look for ourselves, we can see that
Okay,
it's
Route
going to be
66.
Route 66.
Okay,
This is a map
interesting.
that both teams are 1-0 on so far in the Summer Showdown, unbeaten,
ball-
albeit only 1
good ball,
victory
man.
each here. Costa, what do you think we can expect from both teams going into Route 66 here?
It's actually interesting because we talk about both of these teams in the Summer Showdown being very prominent styles on that Wrecking Ball. But I actually expect to see a lot of what we just saw in Eichenwalde. They played that Reaper Lucio style, and I think Reaper is very good on this map. The ability to use that shadow step to get onto the high ground, really punish the tanks, and I'm curious to know.
Yeah,
if the
Reaper's gonna be
Reaper is
good
a
on like
counter
point B and
to the
point C.
Chengdu Hunters and Late Young on that Xayah, because all of a sudden you don't have that defense matrix. The Xayah is very susceptible to get run over by the Lucio and the Reaper. So I'm curious to see if that is a continuing trend for the rest of this series, and we're going to see more Winston Reaper compared to that Wrecking Ball.
I think Hunters need to bring up a quick fix with his
Yeah,
Reaper.
of course, also the McCree.
Yeah.
Of course, that we saw
Hunters
Lee
need to deal with
Jae-gon
this fast,
drop
or else they're
the
gonna lose.
Turning point, nanoing leave on that McCree. You know, we were talking behind the scenes as we're watching the matches, and Sideshow pointed it out as well in the WhatsApp group that, like, hey, you know, Leave, he played a lot of McCree yesterday. It seemed to work for the Chengdu Hunters. Maybe harder to make work against the Lucio Reaper composition that Shanghai Dragons are playing currently. Of course, we got bold prediction presented to you by Pringles, and for this one, you know, we've been
Pringles.
considering the Coca-Cola Summer Showdown bracket. We've
Pringles.
been analyzing, studying all the matches so far this tournament. What is our bold prediction here in this series, Costa?
My bold prediction is I think we're going to go the whole way. I think that the Chengdu Hunters are
yes.
going to sort of pull themselves up by their bootstraps. I think we're going to go into the Chengdu zone, and I think it's going to be it's just going to be absolute chaos. And I'm looking at my boy Leave to really step up. He's been somewhat quiet compared to what he's done so far this weekend. So I want to see Leave, pick it up. If he has to pick up the Cowboy on Route 66, get nanoed, then that's what they have to do. I want to see more of that from the Chengdu Hunters.
Let's go. Danny, you're on Costa's side. You want to see map 7?
Of course, I think everyone wants to see map 7. I do agree. I think it is going to be a very close match. I think it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go!
like the point.
Map 7!
Let's go. Let's go indeed. I like the point you bring up as well here, Costa, that, Chengdu Hunters, Leave has to get going. They're bound to start playing something different, I can imagine. Leave seemed a bit indecisive on his hero picks. He liked to play the Tracer on point C of Eichenwalde, etc. So, Chengdu Hunters, I think they're going to bring us something very interesting in the second half. The second half is, of course, upon us. It starts very, very soon. But until then, we thank you for joining us here on the Game Break, presented to you by Pringles. The second half of Chengdu Hunters
But
versus
now I want
Shanghai
Pringles.
Dragons coming up in just a second.
This episode of you got a
The
name
Overwatch
yet?
League is brought to you by Pringles.
I don't know. Just
The official data management partner
just
of
a
the
fucking
Overwatch
Overwatch League live reaction.
The most scuffed Overwatch League podcast out there.
Yes.
Oh, no, you're gonna get. Okay. Bills will be very happy.
What the hell? What happened to the...
Yeah, okay.
The
Good luck playing this
Pelican
one.
just died. Oh! Yeah, you know my new toy, the saxophone, right? The $10 saxophone?
What the hell?
Okay, if you just look at Discord. The Frozen 2 saxophone. $10.
Hey,
Cheap.
go play it.
Oh, by the way, I can just keep the mouthpiece. I can remove all of this part of the saxophone, and it will sound the exact same. The keys do absolutely nothing.
Fucking squeaky toy. Fucking squeaky toy, bro.
Exactly. This is the only working mechanism. That's it. I'm getting higher notes by just blowing harder.
So you get low notes. You sound awfully close to a dolphin right now.
It does sound like a dolphin. $10 saxophone, people.
Okay.
And if you watch the Unholy Trinity, you'll have already been introduced to it.
Bravo.
Ooh, our mug is online. We'll see if he's gonna hop onto it.
Will the profit come through?
Will it? Will it not?
Pumpkin.
Preferred internet provider of the Overwatch League.
Come on, Chengdu Zone.
One, you can do a Chengdu time.
Welcome back to a
Come
rivalry
on.
that's almost as old as the Overwatch League. Two teams that for quite some time were not taken seriously. Now all their opponents can do is sit back and watch as they go at it and sparks are flying. It's 2-1 favoring the Shanghai Dragons after map 3, which was Eichenwalde. And map 4, Matthews, coming up. It's going to be Route 66.
Oh, Nisha in for Velto.
Nisha comes back in for the Hunters.
I mean,
Interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be probably.
I guess technically, if you think about it, Chengdu's only win this series has been with Nisha.
True.
But then that's like, surely if Nisha's not that much better than Velto, I don't know what's happening.
Maps were the same as their series the other day. It was the Watchpoint Gibraltar match that we had.
I think Nisha and Yvaldo is good at each other.
Today though, it's Route 66.
I don't know.
What we saw on the Gibraltar.
Oh, the remixes there.
Really made like a huge impact. Allowed.
Oh, look at that impact! Holy
power, bro. Power.
I really like.
Presented by Xfinity. Both of these teams will look to make their way on it. Wonder probably see some echo play from both teams. Maybe even some Pharah.
Absolutely, you can see it's a longer map. Nothing that approached sort of 4 minutes in time bank here. And we've seen plenty of teams struggle to even get past the first checkpoint at times here, but you should expect both of these rosters to make this one extremely competitive, just as the whole series has been so far. Matthew, I like that the desk sort of highlighted our friends at Watchpoint. That the
OBS Ana.
It's what got the Hunters sort of back into the game against the Dragons. And
OBS
we
Ana.
haven't seen yet in this series. And
What was OBS more?
The only time I've seen an OBS speak is that the OBS Winston says question mark. To the last draw.
Really make it difficult for the rest of the Dragons overall. When he brought the McCree out, doesn't look like that.
Is this a family-friendly stream?
At least thus far,
I mean, the game is PG, so I guess PG.
Yeah,
I don't
PG,
know if this is
PG.
like a composition you would want to play up close with.
Shanghai playing
You kind of
ball
eliminates,
comp
like,
with
some of the things that
the
Ball can do, like
Zen break.
coming out, with a big kind of pile drive and then going back in. If you kind of limit yourself to just that area around the spawn, so maybe kind of play around this.
Maybe Nisha brings something intangible that Velto doesn't. I think Velto was pretty vocal though, so I'm not sure.
And a composition with Leave maybe on the Echo. This could be the Jinmu Sonic Arrow just to check toward McCree. Is that what we see? Leave at the spawn still.
Torb Reaper.
Okay, so the Torb Reaper.
Reinhardt.
Okay, Ryan.
Okay, Moira. This is
Moira Brig?
Interesting because this is like an
Well,
NA
Monk's doing low already.
composition, right? It's very like rush style.
I think.
This is very interesting.
This is very defensive. Very NA trying to, you know, take advantage of this dive. Maybe coming in. Maybe you're able to, you know, get down some.
The game plan is just to let them dive into you, and you just take them out.
This is Ryan.
Avoid D-Mech now.
Some resilience here, so it's not strictly an anti-wrecking ball comp because there's no Discord orb available
Boy's
here.
just
I don't know
stuck.
what Void is doing. He's just trying to stall, I think,
Gets-
this mini for
okay.
as long as he can.
Oh, those are heads. Look at
Brilliant
those
stuff
headshots.
there
Man.
from Jinmu as he picks Izayaki across the map.
And what's really fascinating is, like, you know, the Dallas Fuel,
Taking that.
really kind of like the Atlanta Reign, they've tried stuff like this, you know, against the Wrecking Ball. But a lot of the North American teams kind of play like a Lucian.
They're
with it,
just
and
pushing.
Pretty
No?
aggressive.
They're gonna
here.
just put up a bit of fight. Fate just dies.
This will be an EMP, but Leave does not care for
Oh
that.
my
Gets out
goodness.
to the cart, gets over the line.
Void switched over to
Okay.
Sigma
Yeah,
to
that
try
one,
and
quite
out
fun
damage
side for Lip.
the hunters, but
Really not able to do too much with the EMP.
the rest of the team already
And
got
then, I
the
guess
business
Hunters
done.
say, who needs abilities when you have family, Matt?
I wonder if Lika wants to make a swap. Looks like he'll stay on the Sombra
Okay.
now.
Leyan goes to D.Va.
Yeah, so the
I
other swap
imagine
from Shanghai is now Void is
A shatter is going to be difficult with how split the Shanghai Dragons comp is. Just trying to get a single
Agree as well.
Also, like, the
singular
defense will be huge
shatter
because all these
target
players
on would
have
be
to
Yeah,
pretty
I think
valuable.
like a
clump together
one pick should be
to make anything
what's
happen.
what Gaga should be aiming for.
So it'll be a special
Postbomb could be
delivery
big though.
via air mail.
It goes in, gets nothing.
No.
Yeah, shrugged off there.
The shatter comes out but gets nothing.
Lip there. Gaga on the Reinhardt.
He
God, this brings
But
back
they kill
memories
Lip,
of the first
and
time we saw Chunk
Lip is
on
only
Reinhardt.
it's not even at 50% of his
That was the,
ultimate.
the
Oh,
legendary
to be fair, it's his
versus
second
bumper
ultimate.
game on Ryan.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just talking
aim
out of my
versus
ass right
button.
now.
That was the game where we had him throwing oranges or something at Poren.
Yeah.
They get the picks.
Squeeze
So
on his head.
Jinmu will end up- yeah,
They
Jinmu ends up
get
using
the
ultimate
kills.
core here to clear out the
Looking
remaining,
good for
few
Oh,
the hunters.
the white
but his turret was
the
able to
white
deal
Torbjorn
with
ult.
as the Torb
Uh-huh.
turret's so annoying to have to deal with
Oh, Monk
because
gets a
Shanghai
stagger kill
wanna
onto
get-
Flutter.
They want to play fast. They want to get on the
Fate goes
cart,
to
get on the
Winston
back
now.
line.
They're going for
Really
Winston
starting
and
to
an
tear
Ana.
those players up, and when they're weak coming back, they just
They're
get shut
destroying
down.
with this
It's a
comp,
checkpoint
so
as well,
whatever's
taken
working,
here,
whatever they're doing, keep doing.
by the
Yeah,
Chengdu
just-
Hunters is
yeah.
a really nice look
I
here
think
on
This is
Route
why I like
66
Chengdu. It's
picking
like
up.
so
Maybe not
unpredictable.
record
Yeah.
pace quite for the Hunters, but they barely stopped this whole
I love
round.
it.
4 minutes and 45
I mean, I
seconds
think
on the
Shanghai are beginning to figure it out, but Winston is still going to have a difficult time diving into a Torbjorn and a Reaper.
He does have that gravitic flux available though, a great way to stop some of this momentum here for the Dragons. Fate sees Gaga, doesn't really want to
There's the flux. It's going to get a bunch. It's going to get free. That's big.
Gonna have the Wraith Walk ejection
Oh.
here by Leaves, he gets out, but
The
it's
ultimates
already
just get
a
shut down.
Did he just say ejection?
That-
That
That was a 4-man EMP just now.
I wonder now that Chengdu's been stopped, and don't have the luxury of having
I mean,
like,
this-
the full turret kind of set up.
I like the
with
spawn camp though.
payload and,
That's
have
what
the
you
stationary
kind of
and
need
you
to
have
do
be
with this
more
spawn camp.
offensive. And we
Except
see
they
them
don't get
change
us
things up. This could be like where their comp lacks is now having the BD
I mean, I
aggressive.
guess Shanghai had the ability to get out there, so if they wanted to spawn camp in it.
Wanna move
Yeah.
this card, but they're gonna be constantly stalled by this high ground.
Void is
Fate
still
just
playing the Sigma.
peeking around a corner ever so often, that's why
He
Leaves is
gets the poke damage
Jeremy
onto
doing that. In they
shield
go,
and all
though,
that. Oh,
Gaga,
Shadow comes out.
catches Void and Izayaki in the back line, but
No
Fletcher's
follow-up,
problems
though.
here now. Death Blossom and Coalescence in play. Monk gets
Ooh,
the healing.
that's
He
a
actually
pick
gets rid
though.
of Fate whilst keeping his team alive inside the
Remake kill.
And Leyoung, a bit of
The white
flair.
Torbjorn ult.
World stars, Lee J gone with the remake kill.
Looking good, huh?
I knew.
Real like
Chengdu,
aesthetic.
though, they've got.
Blessed childhood.
They use 5 ultimates.
So we got Lee J Khan on the Zen now. Alright.
Lee J gone Zen.
Adding in the Discord damage here, Zen Ana. A little bit of a throwback as
Guess they just really want to put in the damage, and it's working, I guess.
So much damage of your Void from these off angles, and no big support ult for Chengdu Hunters to keep them alive on through it. Even with that,
The only way you can counter a weird comp is to play a weird comp yourself. Leave uses ultimate? Hello?
Switching. They have to be switching. So like, Gaga's
They've gotta be switching by now, yeah.
I expect the Leave to potentially switch. Do you play McCree? Do you play okay?
Okay.
It was
What the
like
hell's
McCree
going on?
or,
So Chengdu back onto a bit more of a normal comp.
now let's see if the
It's gonna be dangerous for Shanghai now, I think. because you don't really have that much peel for the backline without the brig.
Now when we go back to this ball-based look, Chengdu is able to take advantage of what Shanghai's got.
Oh, they destroyed the translocator as well. Oh, just straight up EMP onto the back. Just trying to shut down Nisha.
So no harm, no foul. Looks like maybe the Hunters might be the ones without plastic forks and seasoned packets in their instant ramen. Nicely done by Fate. He'll deal with Late Young.
So, Lee Jae-gon with a Discord on the Gaga made it difficult for him to put any pressure onto the Shanghai.
Lee Jae-gon got the trans though.
So, yeah, I mean,
It's gonna be good for
with the Ana,
fine.
big thing
Oh, he's probably gonna save it for
have
the
that Discord orb to
Jimmy
mark
Summer.
the wrecking ball. You also have the Nano, right? Big an ult.
Gaga's just gonna get chunked down.
Or Fleta, you're gonna get a hack here and a finish on a Gaga. So you're gonna have to kind of wait if you're Chengdu. So Chengdu's really good offense is stalled out here.
Yeah, they've really been played dry. Lost a lot of that momentum.
Fate gets nano. Oh my god, this damage is too much. Go Void though. That could be big.
Void does go down here, but Fate is in prime form, forces the recall from Leaf here. A late pulse bomb could prove problematic, but there's Transcendence in play now for Lee Jae-gon.
Yes,
How much Zen have we seen, by the way?
Well, that's what I was gonna
Lee
say.
Jae-gon has to be
I was
going to
wondering
back
how
to switch
much
now.
Zen we've seen from him is,
But Jinmu got the
going
EMP
back
now.
to the spawn, it looks like, to make a change.
There's not really a
here, as
counter
Ana
ultimate
goes
that
back to the break.
the Shanghai
So,
Dragons have
yeah, with
against the
ball
EMP.
now he's going to try and play the break to protect the Ana. So,
Hey,
I
did well.
I liked having the Zen. Yeah, I mean,
Chengdu
having
got
the Zen out
Transcendence
Got 5 ultimates now.
And it wasn't interrupted. He didn't die to either the Trace
Be
or the
big.
Soul. This could be a problem.
Oh, Transcendence used for the.
And yeah, Fleta
Ooh,
down to
the
back
EMP
lane. No Transcendence.
interrupts
This
fluff.
could be nasty.
Big.
Gets booped backwards by Nisha.
Another
Who's
EMP.
hacked, by the way.
This is just mad. This is chaos. So many ultimates.
Actual chaos.
What a death loss on that.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Take me. Yeah.
It was a good try from Chengdu. Doesn't seems unlikely that they'll get points either.
What's going on?
Okay.
Late Young wishes he could have just ran
3 ultimates. But not much time left. They're getting the spawn camp kills. They have to use mines at spawn just to push them back a little bit. It's not enough.
I don't think so. I mean,
Rally
maybe
here.
Gaga, but he gets booped back.
Well, I don't
He
get
get
the
there. He
touches the point, but
Nisha's
looks
going
fine.
down though, and you've got to think that Gaga just got stunned there as he tried to roll through. Oh my, the accretion was filthy. Long range on Jinmu, who's on the McCree, by the way. Dragons aren't out of the woods yet, but they're looking pretty darn good here. Great response.
Lee
there
Jae-gon
from
with
Lee
a
Jae-gon.
stun.
Finds Leave in the back line and bops him. Senseless. Gaga won't get away either. It's whip shot. Everybody's going to jail.
Oh, body block as well.
Beautiful stuff in the final moments from Lee Jae-gon on the brig. And the Dragons stop the Hunters in their tracks.
And it really
That was a weird round.
talking about where
Yeah,
they were able
what was
to, once they had
that?
control of the payload and they were the team that was stationary, they didn't have to be the one who that was proactively kind of going into the fights, making everything happen. Chengdu was able to run that Torbjorn composition and be really effective. It's once Shanghai was able to break it, they weren't able to get an offensive with it, and then they just kind of went back to what they've been doing. We saw the McCree at the end, but that was the Jinmu McCree, and it was just kind of to try and get out of the spawn.
It's the McCree that we have at home, you know?
Yeah,
As opposed to Leave.
Leaves McCree is good. It was very good in the series against Shanghai. Wonder if we see
Hunters.
them ever go back to
Oh, I thought they were actually gonna play the Widow. Hunters just playing the normal whole comp now.
A normal comp, yeah.
Against some of the stuff that we've seen Shanghai run today, so maybe they feel like that. You know, coming out of the Dallas Fuel series, that this is the, and then also, I mean, Shanghai series, right? I mean, that series is very close, goes all the way to the end. That another go around with this composition and these head-to-heads is enough for them to get the
Shanghai
win.
showing
Right now, it does not
something.
look like it though. As Shanghai
very interesting to see what they go, I guess.
Very interesting.
Surely it's just the ball comp.
We'll see what's going on there.
About halfway to the final checkpoint. So
Matt, what better way to be at match point than to
Well,
beat Chengdu
they're not
with
gonna
two of
stick
their
on the
sort of
Ana Lucian.
preferred map types. They're selected maps.
right.
They are gonna stick on the
Absolutely
Ana.
brutal stuff.
Thought Fate was going back.
Going Winston.
Yeah, he's going to go to the Winston.
Yeah.
So, with so
There's
much
the ball
talk
comp
about
against
the
the
APAC
Winston
teams using
rush
the
comp.
wrecking ball compositions to beat the teams in the West. Now, when it comes down to these two teams, We're seeing the ability to throw in some Winston comms via Difference Maker.
You're asking the
Bit of a
Dragons to
soft
beat the
dive there.
Hunters at Wrecking Ball.
Ladder
Makes
just
much
kills
more sense for the
Leaf.
Dragons to take the path of less resistance, perhaps, and try and find a comp that they feel just
Half
matches
of
up
less
better.
resistance.
Fate is deep. He is committed to this one. Straight down the rabbit hole go the
Fucking
Dragons,
all
and they
that
come
damage,
up with a
bro.
pot of gold.
I think what it is, though, is you're seeing Shanghai be more effective accessing the backline of Monk and Nisha.
Leave goes to
with this
McCree now.
Winston-based composition. So here it is. Leave goes over to the McCree. We are waiting for, wondering when it would happen. So you have Leave now on McCree. This is very effective on Watchpoint Gibraltar. We'll see if he can kind of channel some of that magic here yet again to tie the series up.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Void goes to Zaya.
The gunslinger is here.
I guess you bubble
Dragons
someone
stay in
and
the line of sight for the most part. They definitely
better is more
have their
effective at
fight. There is a
stop
tree in play.
protecting someone from the stun.
Void
That's
on the
what I think
Zaya.
as well.
The double bubble action here. Not as much charge as he would have liked, but he'll get some now. It's like those micro rockets came clashing in.
This gives way more protection to Fate, right? Against whether it be a Discord, a Bash, the McCree
Shanghai
Flash.
Dragon's going for a bit of
Because
a
that's what they're able to do.
rotation
Fate
around
gets
that
in
side.
there, when he's trying to access that backline. He gets in
EMP
there rather
only
quickly.
gets the
That's
tanks,
a
but
two-player
that's the
EMP
chance
that
that comes
Blip.
out.
That'll be Monk with the Transcendence in response.
That's a classic Lip EMP as well. Hit the
And a
front
good
line,
EMP
trying to
from
eliminate
Jinwoo, but the
Unfortunately,
soundbar
in a
goes
world
up with
where
Fate
Transcendence
sometimes.
exists and it's going to be used judiciously by Monk, it's a little bit hard to make that
Oh,
work.
Leave
You know,
is
oddly enough,
clean with
Lip
this
face some scrutiny about, you know, his EMPs not connecting on that many people, and you know, it kind of makes sense if you just want to get rid of D.Va or hit the Wrecking Ball with it, but
That Chengdu have got quite the odd man. Lip goes to Hanzo.
Ditching the Sombra, so now we'll
Yeah.
Fleur
see
onto the
Lip
Tracer as
on
well.
Hanzo. So
this is an ultimate breach, surely.
Hanzo Tracer, yeah, I mean this is
Oh, he's scouting here.
when you're able to kind of spot out Jinmu, right?
Kinda
which
funny to
is
see,
as Lee Jagan has been playing Lucio now for a little
Hanzo scout the Sombra.
Imagine if he said, "Oh well, then try scouting me. I'll kill you first."
Dash when he jumps, but close range he's not as effective.
Imagine if he did just randomly get a headshot onto an invisible somewhere. That'd be funny. The kills are coming through for the Hunters though.
Fate is picked off and Leave is looking good. Looking real good.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, that's the power of the Hanzo.
Pass turn to the Shanghai spawn with
I
players.
guess that was what you're trying to do with the Hanzo in the
He's
first
gotta
place, I
be
guess.
careful, and,
Reach
sure
high ground and
enough,
get some
he gets
picks.
domed by Lit from behind as Void now uses the grab as Shanghai feels like they can turn it.
I mean, they lose.
Which they definitely can. They have more players, yeah.
The Monk just plucks.
Did
in
Void
the
use his
mix
grab?
here. He has another Transcendence, so we'll see what happens with that self-destruct.
Oh, Trans is forced out. Oh, both one kills
Leave
Nisha.
gets
Just.
Nisha. Leave gets Lip here as a revenge.
Oh.
The people leave.
This is such a scrappy fight. People just dying on their friends.
That's the type of playstyle that Chengdu thrives in, though. Messy, scrappy, you know, taking fights 3-on-3, you know, as players are running back. I mean, that's where Chengdu excels, where they can let that individual skill.
Oh, and a dive onto the lip, that's good. That's a nice focus fire, but Gaga dies.
Again, just completely rolled, very diveable target, and the Hunters know exactly how to deal with it.
That's an EMP. That's from Jinwoo. That's big. So they can push the advantage now.
Jinwoo slinks away with a sliver of health left.
Get stagger Void if they want.
And now the Hunters are really stabilizing. 2 minutes is on the clock here for the Dragons. They've got to adjust. They've got to adapt now.
So since we've seen them bring in the McCree to against this Winston-based composition, we've seen you know, 2 switches with supports from Shanghai. Void has gone from Zarya, D.Va to Zarya, then back to D.Va, and then we've seen changes with the DP.
I wouldn't be surprised if Shanghai just go for a proactive sound barrier engage.
You know, bothering the Shanghai Dragons in some capacity, right? That you know, it did on Gibraltar.
It's a good Sonic arrow there.
It is here right now.
Yeah.
Curious that this is
Oh,
how they
okay.
choose to try and deal with it. Dragons
What's
trying
off
to
the high ground, but it's not going to do much for them. Still on the high ground.
Izayaki gets piled drove on.
Ooh, Monk and Flooded trade.
He was close to a Transcendence.
The sound back. Oh, looking good for
Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Fate, Primal Rage, it's time to go. Straight towards the brig. He careens as Nisha cannot deal with the rage of the scientist, and Lei Young is desuited. He gets a self-destruct in the nick of time, and Fate wants to chase. They get Lei Young out of the picture. There'll be no remake, no diva. And now the Dragons can set themselves up for a crack at a map win and match point setup.
And I feel like this is the best opportunity for the Hunters because of where the cart has
Chengdu
to get to.
only has
one
Transcendence
or two
now.
fights. You make
They
the
could have
target
EMP,
around the
but
corner for the Dragons. You're
gonna
in
come
great
up a
shape.
little
As
bit
Leden out will go over to the Reaper here towards the end of this.
Further back onto the Reaper. This point is good for Reaper.
So interesting. The McCree's
Yeah, definitely.
a little bit of an easier dive target here, especially when you have to play in this close quarters. So maybe feels like you get more work done on Tracer.
Puts another Dragon Strike ready to go. See if he can force some positioning here. This Hanzo, it's hard to see how much of an impact he's really been able to have so far.
Oh, lit!
Whoa.
That is, look, it
What is
doesn't
that?
tell School of Archery,
Holy
but I
shit.
think it'll do the job here for the Dragons.
That's
Beautiful
insane.
Transcendence used already. But that's a big EMP.
Connected by Jinmu, though. Not too shabby. They get rid of Izayaki here. The Dragons, just when they look like they had a real opportunity, the door might be getting shut in their face. Fate does well to stay alive here, but we're down to a minute 20.
Chengdu gonna have tank ult and maybe rally, but Shanghai's got better ult. That's it. That's it.
Holy shit. That's actually it.
That's it? Okay.
Holy shit.
Well, so much for a close game. It's going back to control, though.
And Chengdu looked like they had
Oh no, Chengdu. Come on, Chengdu. Chengdu has to get something here.
If Chengdu take, like, Shanghai to Busan, maybe? They could have a chance of taking another control map.
Looked a little shaky at
Potentially,
times.
potentially.
Pick unconvincing, but they come up with the goods when it really counts, and that's the hallmark of a champion.
I don't know.
Now have to avert a series
I think.
ending far
Who do you
early
think
with
would win in
everybody.
a Rhine match,
This may well be match
1-on-1?
point coming up here for the Dragons.
I don't
They're
know.
going for the throne.
If they mirrored the Rhine comp or something.
That'll be interesting. Don't know what else to see.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Gonna be
is the
super
official
interesting. Can't
refreshment
wait.
of the Overwatch League.
Come on, Chengdu. Where's the Chengdu zone when you need it?
Come on, Chengdu. Get some wins. Oh, it's a no video. Okay, never mind. Now it's playing. Come on, Chengdu. Get some wins.
Go.
Where's the Pelican? Is he safe? Is he alright? Hat MVP was a hat. Oh, hat.
Hattus the Rattus.
You want to go to Hawaii?
Take me. Just take me.
Sure.
I legitimately just want to travel these days. Traveling would be so nice.
I like your
It's so
joke.
nice. Yeah.
I really like your joke. It's very funny.
Hell yeah. You know I'm the comedy master. Really though, once I'm able to travel, I almost definitely will.
Same here.
Oh, by the way, just because I'm very curious to know, what did you think of my beatbox?
It's really good. Yes. I'm very bad at beatboxing. I'm just an amateur. I just proceeds to delete the scene.
They knew
Yeah, that's what you did over there.
Okay, thanks, mate. I genuinely just want to know what people thought. Like, Among's in.
Again, they take things to
Wait, what? Okay.
They put
okay.
Among in.
Interesting. Yeah, Amongson.
Yveltal back in as well.
Oh, Among Ryan.
Come on.
Yeah,
it's you know, they're making some changes, Chengdu here, going into what potentially
Orisa maybe?
the final map.
Among Orisa.
It was pretty good.
They'll bring in
Why not?
Eamon for Gaga and Evitel for Nisha.
Think a good Chad is here.
Last time they played
Come on.
Nepal was,
You're the Chad, please.
in their kind of decider match to get into the Summer Showdown.
You watch him just destroy. I'm saying it.
Yeah, yeah.
What's music playing if Among's not here?
With Gaga in.
Against the Dragons. They've decided
Secret to weapon.
have been graced by Amon's presence here. But make no
Come
mistake,
on, boys. Come on,
probably
hunters.
still the best wrecking ball player in the world. That might not be a stretch here. This Hunters team have a embarrassment of riches to leverage, and I mean, not a moment.
Among the Euro chat, let's go.
Win this match.
Go.
I don't know if it's gonna be for the ball. I would imagine. it would
Ryan.
be something else. I feel like Gaga's wrecking ball.
Pause trap, Ryan.
quite
You don't
good.
think Orisa? do you?
I was
Oh,
thinking
Among's
that's
blurry
kind of
cam.
Where my mind was going is like they've been, excelling with these slower based like.
Nah,
kind
the
of comms
The puny webcam can't handle his presence.
do like some Simarissa type of thing, kind of go.
2019 and has been making waves.
2019,
It's a
man.
big substitution, right? Subbing your main tank is something that.
Think they're
very
going to
few teams
Nepal.
do. It's a gambit. Make no mistake. But for the
Your main
Hunters,
tank-
I don't know, I could see
Never
Orisa.
make is a gambit, Matt. They live
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
kind of environment.
I don't know.
Your main tank in a
Just
match like this.
putting stuff
Just
out.
curious
Not
what's in
just
there.
kind of like just another game, right? I mean, this
Damon's
is
Ryan gonna
your
pop off?
season,
Is
it's the
Orisa?
championship
His
on
ball
the
is still
line.
good.
To bring in a different main tank there towards the end is really risky, in my opinion. So when Eamon has been in, we've seen him play mostly ball, like 28% ball, and then a little bit of the Orisa. I would find it quite odd. I feel like because, Gaga's ball has been pretty good. It's gotten you to this point. You've played Gaga the entire time you're in the tournament thus far. I don't know.
A roadhog.
The one
No way.
thing I will say is
Nah,
the only
surely
control
not.
map that they do win is the one in this series. So it's not like
I
they're
mean, you
the
can never-
control team.
Among ball
in
again.
the tournament amongst
I'm just
the
not gonna trust
so you
the
can maybe
pre-game
justify a little bit of a risk.
heroes.
I think it's a huge shake-up here. Bring in a new main tank.
I mean, Shanghai is looking a little bit more reasonable with the.
Close between these two.
No, we're just gonna have to wait. Can't trust anyone.
Slightly higher eliminations per 10. At 19.7 to Gaga's 18.9, but everything else is like really, really simple.
Okay.
It might be a playstyle thing as
Ball
well.
again.
because we know
Just-
everyone is just
Well, again, the only
really
difference is
aggressive.
the Farah for the Hunters
So
and the
eye
Echo
test
for the
here, The
Dragons.
Hunters have to make this work. That is clear. The Dragons are using this Echo against the Farah. We theorize that Echo can really mess up Farah's day if played properly. But Jimmy wins the better of Flesh
scrappy fight.
early on here.
Here we go.
This is gonna be
They got the
amazing.
hack onto leave, and that's how they got the pick onto leave.
You come off the bench hot, Matt.
Did they res
He's
leave?
like the OG
They're up 4.
wrecking ball, right?
Two, I mean.
You kind of think about the players in the league.
Among gets fate. Ball
When he
diff.
first came in, he is like kind of their rock star player.
Dude, Amon's wrecking
fan
ball's so
favorite,
smooth.
where He was just playing the wrecking
Yeah.
ball no matter what. So he clearly knows his hero just about better than everybody else. And Chengdu will get the point first. You do have Jinmu making the change.
Quite
over
a
to the
quite a bit of
straight
stagger
away.
kills.
So, I do like the swap over to the Echo.
Among's
I
on
mentioned, I think
got
Echo
50% more ult
is
charge than
far
Fate.
in the sky.
Oh shit,
Uh,
it's actually
especially,
ball
you know,
diff.
dual far end.
The chat's like, Among is
So he
cracked.
gets the first kill, but still,
If Veltal's already got his ult while Leisure Gun's on 50%. That's a hack onto Leisure Gun though. Almost a kill.
Lucky to get a heal there. Really
Well, that is isolated down there.
sort of muffles the efficiency or
I
effectiveness.
feel like Among's shot calling a lot.
Lip is very, very low. It has
Yeah,
to
maybe,
be built
actually.
up here at 37%.
The kind
Manual
of
hack on
veteran.
Leyoung. He's brought down to the
Leyoung,
ground, even the healing
that was a good hack
Veltal
though.
can't
With
keep
the
alive. So
D-Mech.
that's a D-suit. Here's that EMP now. Emon is,
EMP onto Among and a
taking
Veltal.
sniped, but he got hacked in midair, and he gets picked up. Surely.
Fuck,
this
the
is-
Yoda
Oh,
chat,
and
nice
another
to
hack
be
on-
back in the fight in 3 seconds.
Lip's hacks have been so good. They res Among though. Monk's gonna die. They invest the minefield. I mean,
This is, it's been a scrap fresh
just
from
forcing
start.
ultimates out of the Shanghai Dragons.
Spinning to win
Gets to
here.
the end of the line there eventually. The Dragons lose the point to start with, and it's been, God, feels like 3+ minutes of constant fighting from both teams.
Well, that's what these wrecking ball compositions are, right?
Jinmu goes
You
off-
rarely
went over
see
to
it
the Echo
pop
for a
that
bit.
without a
I
loser
didn't
that
notice
gets
that.
into these fights in action so fast,
Right.
but
It's a bit ugly
wrecking
at that.
ball, you definitely have that.
There's no Zen.
Shanghai Dragon isn't gonna have the ability to cycle their ult.
Yeah, gets across it instantly. I wonder
They
if
gotta
he found
pick
his
onto Leave as well.
translocator. You had some,
Leave can't build with
I believe it
the
was,
build
Lip
EMP
now,
charge.
walking around 'cause he gets
They
hit
kill
with
Lip.
fight Monk. So it trained him
Interesting.
somber.
They're even now.
Yeah,
Oh,
looked
no,
like his
not anymore.
translocator Leaves probably was down.
Oh,
That's
Monk's
a-
in danger.
Oh.
Fate
Just didn't have the pound to
might
put it
find the
himself.
pile driver angle. You'll stay on the point, though.
Jinmu
The
kill
Dragon's
flood. It's
already
always
controlled.
these like
Wrecking balls are so hard to kill.
little
In absence of any sort of
kills
easy
every here and there.
mechanics. Jinmu wants
Yeah,
to
yeah.
join the party. All right. Somebody
Might
copying
get
the
a
diva
self
there.
destruct now.
Looking over towards Lip, but the Hunters are waiting for something. I guess a signal for them to go forward. A self-destruct here is big. Fate goes down, and the Wrecking Ball 1v1, I would assume. Except it's not a 1v1, because there was Honor and Mercy involved in that particular kill. The Dragons are stalling
He
here.
kills
Flatter
though.
copies the diva.
Yeah,
Nano onto Jinmu.
Nano here used onto Void. As
Ooh,
the
just
Dragons
dodged the
still
sleep
wanna
dart.
commit to this. Jinmu gets a nano of his own for Chengdu.
Getting chased by my Fleta. Jinmu dies.
Dragons still control the point though, as Fleta uses a nice.
Oh,
50
Fleta.
to get two.
Oh, that's
That is
massive.
beautiful
Holy shit.
stuff. Not only does he use most of his diva life to get rid of the enemy echoes,
Fleta just
there
got
is so much
4K,
growth
huh?
there, and the Dragons are already at 82%.
82%.
They are
Last fight
coasting.
territory for
And now the
Chengdu if they
Hunters
don't.
have got to get back here real quick and make
the
something
kills.
work
They have
with
to do something
Valkyrie.
here.
Self-destruct?
I mean, Shanghai not looking too good. Oh, they forced the ultimate out of Void just for the remix. So Chengdu potentially has a win condition now. And they kill Fleta.
Aim
Oh
on right place, right time, no doubt about it. Pile driver there, unseats Void. Pressure on Lip now as Amon goes into what I can only assume is
Fleta goes to Tracer now just to try and get back to the point, I
He's not
guess.
getting enough healing. Izzyaki, I think, didn't have the line of sight, so that's a solid D-suit that Jinmu
So that's it.
secures with a focusing beam. And Hunters back
Interesting
into
to see if
control here.
Fleta's going to
The
stay on
Dragons
this
are a little
Tracer or
bit
not.
staggered. This could last a while.
Oh, late. Okay. Nice target, nice target from both.
Yep.
It's gonna get slapped. They should be able to deal with them. I think everybody.
That managed to get away, but perhaps not for long. Aim on
Aiming chasing.
Oh, Lip
Yeah, for
kills Ivelto. No res. I'm buffering. Uh-oh. No, don't buffer now. Alright, just tell me what's happening.
yeah, you're buffering. Time 91, 92. Okay, you do a little countdown here. No,
Alright.
no, I'm not doing it because it's almost there.
Yeah, Jinmu, like I said.
Okay, we'll just wait for the round to end then.
Playing over the point now, the Hunters are at 99%. Jinmu did get knocked out.
I think my internet did a bit of a poo-poo.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was that. Oh my goodness. I saw that.
Fucking outplayed.
Yeah, my internet's not having a good time.
That's big.
To kill the tracer that deployed it, and now Lee gets to run riot in this
Dude, the
fight.
chat,
Izzyaki
the
gets
chat's
the
going
control.
crazy right now.
Gone down, he sleeps. Lip has to wait, force the trend
The
to
last
break
thing
away.
I'll be
It's
doing
so
right
hard
now
for
is
Izzyaki
looking
to
at
help
chat.
out Void right now, and he gets stopped by the Hunters running into the back line.
Come on, Hunters.
Lip is still in the fight, and
Come
No,
on, bro.
Hunters, no way.
No.
Come on, come on, come on.
He's
We
got
kill
the
Leon.
fate. Side of the point on Lip is slept, but the Dragons have the numbers and
No.
he gets two more. What a way to
No,
go.
no, no,
No, no,
no,
winnable,
no, no,
winnable,
no, no,
winnable,
no,
winnable.
Come on, come on,
Work to be
come on,
done, but Fleta's looking pretty darn
Come on, the
good.
kill fate. Come
He
on,
does
surely,
spot
surely,
Monk
surely.
there
Come
on
on,
the
come on.
stairs.
Wait, come on, Jimmy.
Feels the
Jinmu on the
distance
Doom,
to
come on,
fall,
get-
probably more important
Cheese him,
than
cheese him.
99
Come on.
to 99 and don't get any
Cheese.
closer than this, but the Dragons have the point right now, and the Hunters need to keep filtering in. Jinmu needs to find an insta-kill on this Wrecking Ball.
Let's go!
Holy shit, it's so...
Strike goes over the top there, and Void tries to avoid it. It's gonna be
Oh,
Monk
DJ
going
Gon
down
kills
to the
Monk
trade
though.
mark.
DJ Gon
DJ
the...
Gon gets a huge kill. Fate finds leave. The Trace is out of the mix now. Jinmu goes deep, deep, deep for the Moira. He can't quite finish.
Get the
Izzyaki
kill.
with
Legion Gon
fire.
gonna finish him
He's
off though.
forced away from the point and Legion
DJ Gon is
goes
just
down.
running
Takes him
wild,
out.
bro.
Amon's able to find a minefield kill on Void though, and Fate is a little bit in a stall position right now.
What an overtime. Come on, come on, come on. The kill Amon. That's a minefield. That's it. Come on. No, 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 no.
And they give it to Iveltal? What? A Nano Lucio?
Boostia, hello?
No, and
Oh.
Leave actually gets hacked off to the side.
Oh.
So just Jinmu on the point. He uses
Oh,
a meteor
no.
strike, trying to get just about anything.
No, no, no.
So he's not
Okay, we'll have
able
to
deal
sync
with
it up.
supports, It's just Amon
Yeah.
on the point, and he gets hacked.
Down for the count.
And overtime
Alright, we'll
is
sync it up,
done. The
Brandon.
Dragons
Oh.
sticky first round.
You reload the,
Both teams
reload the
not leaving
website and then...
anything
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
chance. Fleta getting a couple of crucial kills, you know, off the rip as he comes back from spawn. I think is It's just so massive, and
28,
you've got to wonder
27,
what could have been with Monk
26,
and that nano boost.
25,
Another boost to go.
24,
I mean, it's almost
23,
karma. That's what we saw
22,
at the end of the fuel match
21,
against the Hunters.
20, 19,
Keep going, I'm at 13.
Is that an omen?
16,
It's just
15,
chaos between
14,
these two teams right now.
13,
Aim
12.
into the
Yep.
game has just
Alright.
sped the pace up even further, and it's just kind of it's devolved into fights everywhere. I mean, it's so difficult, I imagine, for the off tanks to decide what to do. Protect
Jinmu
the
playing
back
Pharah
line,
now. This is a good
while
Pharah
being
map.
able to see, replay here.
Oh yeah, this bomb was
Self-destruct
massive.
over the top that connects with
Oh,
two.
massive.
Flood. But when we get back in the game, you have Jinmu on the
Just
far right here,
incredible.
so, he comes out on the Pharah, and just like the last round, you'll see Fleta start things off on the Echo. This is where Jinmu
You have to
actually
win.
ended up making the swap
Chengdu has to
again.
win or something.
Yeah.
This is it.
Ooh.
Everything they have left. Dragon gets hit. I think that was
Okay.
Nice
the ground
one from
splash with the
Jinmu.
rocket.
Kill.
I'm no longer live.
Miyazaki on the Jinmu forces him to back away for a moment, but he
well-
survives that. Gets healed up. And the Hunters start on the
Well, I'm
front
buffering, so
Okay.
I'm at 7%, 8% right now.
Oh, okay. You're ahead of me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I have to go.
Okay.
Yep. No, I don't have to go.
Okay.
I have to go ahead 5 seconds ahead. Oh, so I won't get the tokens.
Oh, right. Let me try
How
and
are you getting
reload them.
tokens?
Team fight, and then now it's just kind of playing
Oh, Jesus
around
Christ, yeah,
all
I'm
over the
on.
map, 'cause there's so much
What do you want?
potential. With the
44,
Pharah damage, the
45,
wrecking ball, the
46,
tracer, right?
47,
Like,
48.
the pulse
I think we're
bombs,
synced
like,
now.
s-
I'm
so,
behind.
you know,
I'm ahead of you
they're
now.
range, and just
What
spread
the
out
hell?
from the team, so, yep, you
Oh,
lose
Amon
it
kills
here
lit.
before this next one kicks off, so what happens
Yeah, I see
now?
that, I see that.
Wait if you're Shanghai. I mean, they're gonna get like 80% of the point before we get another actual fight.
Chengdu have been.
This is unreal. The Hunters are one round away
Doing
from
well on this
losing this entire series.
Lip goes to the
They
tracer
come
now.
out here, Jinmu goes to the Pharah, they just go back to
Just
basics.
trying to man mark, leave.
Very complicated. It's hieroglyphics for anybody
Make
else.
sure he can't
But
get
it's
as much
worked out
value
in a
as he
big way,
can.
and the Dragons are at risk of getting shut out here. This is astonishing. Jinmu is a barrage. Waiting for his chance to let that one
Yeah,
rip. The
Chengdu with the
Dragons
ult
coming.
stuff.
It's gonna be a nano here on the
Oh, that's a good kill.
Disintegrate.
Gets a 1v win on Lip.
Oh, they res Monk. That's big.
They get the resurrect on Monk, which is pretty darn big, but in the meantime,
They res Lip and kill Jinmu.
he's not returning for this fight, and Monk has
Yeah,
no
but Shanghai
help.
surely
He
got
can't
this
hit
now.
Fleta. And Fleta's gonna have both supports for one there.
They get it to 99 though. I mean, what? They win one.
I mean,
one
that's
fight,
good.
like
You got
3 or
3
4
ults
picks,
coming
they
in,
get it
and
to 99,
Shanghai
but,
only have 2.
even though you don't win that one there at the end, it's still fantastic.
You're gonna be able
for
to
Chengdu.
directly
And
match
you have
the
a
Dragons'
rocket
ults.
barrage, self-destruct
with more.
here, but
Yeah, I
on
see.
the lose
That's a
lead,
good
let's
pick,
see if
though.
they can kind of turn it around. Shanghai, the same type of stuff. This is, I think, probably where you definitely value having the Echo and the Tracer. It's a little bit safer, I think, than this Pharah. Like, if the Pharah doesn't get any picks, the barrage isn't the most useful of ults.
Oh,
without
do the
nano,
ball
so
1v1
here we
right
go,
now.
a little mini game between the two wrecking balls.
Either ball is really checking each other. Maybe hoping for like a weird knockoff. Izzyaki coming from every
Good damage.
different angle to try and pressure this Pharah. All the mercy.
Point.
Now though, might have bitten off a bit
Ooh.
more. He can chew.
Good
Fleta's
pick.
never
That's
quite
fun.
able to-
Oh, they
We
kill
do see
Izzyaki though.
down as we expected.
Oh, and Izzyaki was gonna have
Amon
the
can't
nano.
get
That could have been
Goes
devastating,
down to a
but
pulse bomb
they
and
kill
Lee gets
Amon.
chased off. I'd be scared. If
Oh!
Ooh,
What a stick.
Yeah, what a stick.
was
That was cool.
And then they kill Fate. Surely they've got to push in now. Jinmu onto the Sombra now. I'm gonna try and get some good hacks in. And they hack Void, so he can't use his ultimate to remake. Oh, Shanghai's still finding picks though.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
The Dragons could clamber all over them.
No,
Back
no,
in the
no,
corral,
no,
back in
no.
the corner, and this is getting out of hand. About 80% for the Dragons, and they're not done.
Yeah, and what do you have to work with? If
Lip
you're the
gonna
Hunter?
get might get some
Massive.
pulse
You're
bomb
gonna have
revenge.
pulse bomb, you're gonna have the
Chengdu got
minefield,
the tank ults and a pulse bomb.
self-destruct. That's it. Shanghai in a great
they gonna
position
stick to the
hold
Moira?
here. Now the bomb and the minefield.
Just a touch point, I
knock
guess.
players
Just
off
stay
the
on point.
and then Blip with a big pulse bomb.
One team fight to rule them all.
Has altered aiming dies here, I think. Oh, Amigo gets a health pack. He is now at full health. No!
They don't touch. They don't touch.
No, okay, that's fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, GG's, I guess, but...
Even with a hacked echo,
Oh, shit, man.
Matt, these are the dragons that want to sit on a hoard of gold. These are the dragons that want to soar higher than anybody else, and now they do.
Late Young's
What a
devastated.
fantastic showing from them here, and what heartbreak for the Hunters.
No.
Back-to-back tournament
Oh, my
wins
boys.
here for the Shanghai Dragons.
It is what it is.
Really
We
submitted
go
is
another
what it
day.
is. Go again. Come back stronger for the playoffs. Or maybe count back up as well. Sneak the count back up. Shanghai just looked dominant sometimes. Chengdu put up a good fight.
You play
Well.
at that type of pace. You've made forced mistakes on the opponents. You also end up having some mistakes of your own. Is like both minefields end up used by the point. I think Eamon rolled onto the point to get a touch, but then obviously took some damage and got off. But yeah, I think look.
Sideshow just tweeted, "You can't lose like that. You simply cannot lose like that." Chengdu. Wow, people are just sad about Chengdu right now.
This talent with some more
Sedge.
teamwork, kind of like we're seeing a lot of now when get more consistent. These will be serious.
So many people tweeting not like this.
It's a 4-1, but still some close maps.
Go like this. It is what it is. We go next. I'm gonna go now.
All right.
Okay.
Goodbye,
Thanks
mate.
for having me.
Yeah, no worries.
Enjoy
Happy
seeing
to
you
have
guys on
you.
YouTube. So,
Yeah, can't wait
Thank
for
you.
some future
see
work.
you more in the future. Yeah. See you.
Yeah. Yeah, goodbye, mate. Have a good one.
It looked a little easier, I have to say.
No,
Some key changes, and I've got to
I'll just leave it here then.
biggest parts of this, and is our player of the match presented by
Subscribe,
has to go to the
because I'm gonna have some banging Overwatch League content coming out soon. So subscribe for that. But I'm gonna end this now. So goodbye.